Order online at rockandbody.com. That's 1-800-211-5843.
Wild Rose Casino. Small town friendly. Big city wild. Emmitsburg, Clinton, and coming soon to Jefferson, Iowa.
Experience Galesburg, Illinois, and write your own history.
The Galesburg Antique Mall Company. There's something here for everyone. West Central Illinois' largest and finest.
Simpson Limited on South Seminary Street is the largest collector's firearm shop in the Midwest.
Unique career and casual fashions for your lifestyle at affordable prices. Find that something special at Xanadu.
Get it in Galesburg and experience the best sort of Americana.
From PNC Park in downtown Pittsburgh. Beautiful night for Cubs baseball, and it's a Hyundai leadoff man. Day-night doubleheader. The Pirates a 5-4 win earlier. Leadoff man, along with Shays. I'm Len Casper. We're going to get you the highlights of Game 1. Cubs were able to come back against Garrett Cole, but unfortunately the bullpen couldn't hold him.
Yeah, unfortunate, because you felt like you had a chance to steal one. Down 4-1 against Garrett Cole. You feel like you're going to lose that game, but the Cubs rally a couple wild pitches by Soria, tie it, then ultimately lose it. So that's 3 games in a row they've lost late now.
Tommy La Stella off the bench in the 7th. That made it a 4-2 game, and here are the 2 wild pitches by Soria. And yeah, you felt like the Cubs maybe had dodged a bullet against Garrett Cole, who was really, really good in the first 6 innings of this game. But Justin Grimm gave up an unearned run in the 8th inning. Here's the game winner, a line shot to left by Starling Marte that ended up being a sacrifice fly. Pedro Florimon, a pinch runner who had come in for Pedro Alvarez after a leadoff walk, and then Mark Melanson in the 9th inning. Nasty stuff as always. He notches the save, and the Pirates win another tight ball game in this ballpark. JD, they've been doing year.
Yeah, they a ton of one-run wins and really dominant in that regard here in their home ballpark. That bullpen is outstanding. Tony Watson has become a very good 8th inning guy, and of course Mark Melanson, one of the top 2 or 3 in the business.
And the standings up to date now. The Cubs 5 games back of the Pirates for the top wild card spot. Pittsburgh closer to St. Louis than they've been since late April. The Cardinals tonight are going to be in Milwaukee. That game will start a little bit later on. And if we go back to today, there were a couple of key stolen bases and then an error on a catcher leading to unearned runs.
Yeah, Cubs took advantage of that situation in the first inning. Dexter Fowler, stealing second base. Chris Stewart airmailing this throw into center field, so allows Fowler to slide on over to third base and ultimately score. And then the Pirates did the same thing against the Cubs. There's a Florimon, the pinch runner, stealing second. Castro not able to knock that ball down was key. He scoots on into third base and scored on the sac fly.
And the running game could be big here in Game 2, right? John Lester's on the mound, and the Pirates guys who like to run.
Oh, sure. McCutchen, Marte on down the line, and if it's always an issue with John Lester, and the Pirates are counting with the lefty too, Jay Happ, and for a lefty, he's fairly easy to run on too.
All right, Jake Arrieta goes tomorrow, so you feel like if you get this one here tonight, you feel a lot better about the rest of the series.
Yeah, they need something to change the mood after dropping 3 in a row, losing those last 2 in Philadelphia. Now 5 games behind the Pirates. Just not long ago, the Cubs were just 2 back.
And if you're Clint Hurdle and the Pirates, now you're just 2 games out of first place. It looked like this division was wrapped up a while ago for the Cardinals, but they have opened the door.
Yeah, and they're feeling really good about things in that clubhouse. So you could just imagine the sense of urgency. We won't use the word panic, but certainly a sense of urgency in St. Louis.
Jason Hamill was not very happy with his performance in Game 1, particularly perturbed with his first inning.
Yeah, and he's had some first inning problems this year. It looks at times like maybe he gets a little too amped up and overthrows. He starts pulling that fastball, throwing those scuds down into the dirt. Yeah, it's been an interesting year for him. He was so good in the first half. Had some leg issues, had some rain-shortened starts, had some Joe Madden, I need to get you out of there because I want to go to my bullpen-type starts that were frustrating for him. So you can imagine, if you crawl inside his head, you can kind of sense the frustration of, here I had this real nice year going, it's starting to slip away from me. And if you take that out there, there's going to be a tendency to press.
Yeah, he should have about 3 more starts going into the postseason, so hopefully he'll have plenty of time to get it together. We'll talk more Cubs with Bruce Miles from the Daily Herald as we preview Game 2 coming up.
Allmake's Office Furniture Showroom in Moline is the place for great deals on Hahn office furniture. Take a walk through our 72,000 square foot showroom and find that perfect desk, chair, or cabinet from Hahn to furnish your business or home office.
The service after the sale is also important to us, and they're always there for us.
It's so easy to work with, and they offer both, as you see in this office, new and used.
Stop by today and view our huge selection of new and used Hahn furniture.
The Ford F-150 has a high-strength steel frame and military-grade aluminum alloy body, plus a 5-star say rating. Bet you didn't see that coming. This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on a new 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough.
Sometimes impact begins in a very subtle motion. If we think about the future of our community, it's not going to get better by relying on others or relying on your city government. It only gets better if you personally step up and get involved. Just the fact that you picked up a broom and you swept the street, somebody else's litter, you went out there and you made a difference. It's your property, but it is your street, it is your community. You just took that initiative yourself. Others see that, and maybe the same thing right there across the street, down the street, somewhere else, some other time. Things like that make a difference. One person can make a difference. 10 people can make much more of a difference. Be one of those 10 individuals.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man is brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, who invite you to test drive our award-winning lineup today. Visit buyhyundai.com. Welcome back to the Leadoff Man. Good to have a good friend with us, Bruce Miles, who covers the Cubs beat for the Daily Herald. 5-4 Pirates, the final in Game 1. The Cubs came back against Garrett Cole and company, had a tie game late, but the walks have really hurt the Cubs bullpen as of late.
Walks have indeed hurt the Cubs bullpen. We talked with Joe Madden right after the game. He said it's just a matter with Justin Grimm of trusting his stuff, saying let's go, his stuff is good, no mechanical issues. But I do think the starting pitchers of late, the last couple of months, really need to go deeper into games with some quality starts. Jason Hamill was very critical of himself today. Could not get through the 4th inning, and I know he was very upset about the 1st inning. Very candid about that. Acceptable. It was embarrassing, and that he's got to get back out there and fix some things. He's disappointed in his second half for sure, and they really need him if they're going to get into the playoffs. Pirates are now just 2 games back of the Cardinals in the division. Do you think Pittsburgh can catch St. Louis in the division? Funny as it sounds, I've seen both teams a lot, and I think they can. Whether they will or not, I'm not sure, but I think the Pirates have the depth. We look at the second game lineup today, only one common starter from the first game. I don't know if that'll happen, but I like the Pirates' chances. Do you think their playoff experience here these last 2 years, and they were knocked out in the wild card game last year, does that play to their benefit? And I know that'll be written about the Cubs not having that playoff experience when they go. Do you think it matters? I don't know if in a one-game situation it matters. I think that's a lot to do with a coin flip, a bad break here or there, an error, somebody gets hurt. But I do think it can't hurt the Pirates, and they've added some experience with the Ramos Ramirez in there, and just a good, solid team. But in the end, I really don't know. If it's the Cubs and the Pirates, it would probably be Garrett Cole for the Pirates and Jake Arrieta for the Cubs, depending on if those guys are needed in that last weekend of the season.
season, but potentially that could be one of the better pitching matchups we'll see.
Boy, that would be one that you'd really hang on the TV to watch. Two aces, two guys that are really good athletes and have worked hard to get where they are. I saw Garrett Cole start in St. Louis right before Labor Day. I really like him, but boy, that's the one that the wild card game is really made for.
Are you amazed, as we are, at how quickly Kyle Schwarber has gotten used to Major League pitching?
Yeah, I am. You know what? I was talking with Theo Epstein about this before the game with the other writers, and I'm just amazed at how unaffected the players, the Cubs young players, seem to be by this whole pennant race and pressure. Schwarber, Bryant, Russell, and the whole lot of them, they just don't seem to be taken with all of the pressure and the stretch run stuff that goes with it.
All right, what are your votes? What are you voting for in the National League?
I have the Most Valuable Player award, and boy, that's going to be interesting because you've got Bryce Harper, you've got Anthony Rizzo with the Cubs, and I was talking with somebody today. Really, the Cubs have three viable candidates in Rizzo, Jake Arrieta, and Chris Bryant. How valuable has Jake Arrieta been to the Cubs getting to where they are? So I don't think you can discount the pitcher. I don't think he'll win it, but he's got to be up in the top votes.
Are you opposed to voting for a starting pitcher in general?
No, not at all. Not if he's dominant, not if he's the main reason a team gets to the postseason. And I put a lot of weight into a team getting to the postseason when I vote for the MVP.
All right, last question. You travel all around the league. Is this one of your favorite ballparks? We love coming here.
I love the backdrop. I love the downtown, the bridges, the river. Pittsburgh's a beautiful, underrated city. I could come here all the time.
Yeah, great baseball town. Will be a great atmosphere tonight for Game 2. Bruce Miles from the Daily Herald, thanks for stopping by. Check out all of his work online, and we have Cubs baseball coming up. More from PNC Park in a moment.
When severe weather threatens our homes and families.
Oh my, look at that.
This is what they're looking at right there.
Right now, I believe we are right under that cell. A confirmed tornado in DeWitt.
WQAD's Storm Track 8 team will be here with you.
We had a confirmed tornado that was located near Fulton.
Like a wall of rain came through, and that was when the wind really got intense.
Tracking the danger until it's gone. Each time, every time. Hard work, determination. That's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iSeries, iComfort, or Serta Perfect Sleeper beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattresses at Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand source headquarters.
Yep, she's 60, and she's on the next all-new Ellen.
What?
Plus, Modern Family's Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Again?
Yeah, one more time.
Please welcome Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Keeps coming back for more.
One more time.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Next, all-new Ellen.
Ellen, tomorrow at 4 on WQAD News 8.
Quad City Animal Welfare Center in the downtown Milan, your local service no-kill shelter, offering a complete low-cost wellness clinic, including vaccinations, microchipping, as well as spay and neutering. Quad City Animal Welfare Center, helping make your pet's well-being more affordable. See a list of online at qc.org. Call for an appointment or visit one of our walk-in clinics at Quad City Animal Welfare Center in downtown Milan, saving animals one life at a time.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man is brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, who invite you to test drive our award-winning lineup today. Visit buyhyundai.com. And wrapping up the Leadoff Man, getting for the first pitch of Game 2. Just 19 games to go, under 3 weeks to play here in the regular season. And you see what is coming up for the Cubs. A lot of games, pretty much everything in the National League Central except for the makeup game on the 28th versus Kansas City. We have the Cubs and the Pirates from Pittsburgh next.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office?
When we have an office business need, I pick up the phone and call All Makes.
Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's the great part about All Makes is that
They can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture, 2334 4th Avenue, Moline, Illinois.
Wild Rose Casino. Small town friendly. Big city wide. Emmitsburg, Clinton, and coming soon to Jefferson, Iowa.
My name is Julia Pross, and I had herniated disc in my lower back. I'd go home after practice and just lay around because I could barely breathe.
As a parent, it was just hard to see that she had to sit and watch.
I ruptured a disc. We came to see Dr. Foster, and he decided that I needed an emergency surgery.
I was a nervous wreck, and the staff here was so caring.
I loved working with Dr. Foster because he was so gentle and understanding. Now today, I'm 100% back to normal.
Our experience with Great River was wonderful.
When your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
I recommend Hanford Insurance in Geneseo, selling nationwide. I see firsthand the inferior parts some insurance companies want to put on your car when it gets wrecked.
We make sure you get all new factory parts on your car with the OEM endorsement.
If you want your car fixed with the parts that were made for it,
call Hanford Insurance. And
when your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
Eye Opener, weekdays at 5 a.m. on MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716. Let's keep the Pay It Forward circle going. Make a nomination today at WQAD.com.
It's a gorgeous night here in Pittsburgh, and we're at PNC Park as a couple of National League playoff hopefuls will go at it. The Pirates winning Game 1, 5-4 the final earlier this afternoon. We're going to get right into tonight's pitching matchup. Lefties are on the mound. John Lester's been very good against the NL Central, and J. Happ has been terrific after his start against the Cubs in his Pirate debut.
Yeah, indeed he has. Last 5 starts for Happ, 5-0 with an 0.88 ERA. Great pickup for the Pirates at the trade deadline. John Lester, last time out against St. Louis, brilliant, retiring 20 of the final 21 batters he faced.
Well, they're going to ask their opening night starter, John Lester, to play stopper here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. The Cubs have dropped 3 in a row. Cubs and Pirates are next.
When looking for food and fun, stop by Frankie's at QC Family Entertainment. You can take a seat at the bar or grab a table and enjoy delicious food from sandwiches, pizzas, appetizers, and more. QC Family Entertainment. Fun for the whole family. Right off John Drew Road in Moline.
Old age, hail damage,
or maybe even golf ball damage.
There are many factors that can affect the life of your roof. At Old Town Roofing, we offer several solutions to your weathered roof. We do drone inspections to get a bird's eye view of your roof's condition. Old Town Roofing is the only IKO Shield Pro Plus roofing contractor within a 60-mile radius of the Quad Cities. Find us online at oldtownroofing.com. At Old Town Roofing, our service is over the top. Check us out with the Better Business Bureau. We maintain an A+ rating.
What are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal, famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured. So head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
When looking for fun, come to QC Family Entertainment. We offer 32 lanes of Cosmic Bowling from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. QC Family Entertainment. Fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda now at your Honda dealer. Napa. Home of Napa know-how. Ford. America's best-selling brand. Inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Subway. Make a smart play for savory subs this season. Score more flavor at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. That statue, life size. Willie Stargell was pretty big. Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN TV is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Set the umpires for game 2. Pat Holberg did not work game 1. He'll be the home plate umpire tonight. Jim Joyce, the crew chief, is at first. Greg Gibson at second. Toby Basner at third.
Quick without looking, who worked the plate in game 1?
Can't remember.
Right. He did a good job then, didn't he?
He was. Who was it?
Chad Fairchild.
Chad Fairchild. Beautiful weather throughout the day and now into the evening. 75 degrees. Humidity not a problem. Clear skies above.
Yep, time to rock. This crowd quiet much of the day during game 1. Then they made noise late as the Pirates rallied and won. But I got a feeling they're going to be jumping here in the nightcap.
Cubs lead the season series 7-6. 3-4 here in Pittsburgh. And by the way, they announced a game time for the 26th of September at Wrigley Field. That'll be a Fox game, a 12:05 start. I've gotten a lot of tweets from people who have tickets wondering what time does that game start. So it'll be a noon game a week from Saturday. And 7 o'clock start that Sunday night. So the Pirates will take one of the key midseason acquisitions in all of baseball to this point. Who would have thought? Jay Happ. But he has been as good as any starter who has switched teams here over the last couple of months. And let's check out the Cubs batting order that will face him. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Fowler, followed by Austin Jackson. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Starlin Castro is in the lineup again and moves up in that lineup. Javier Baez will play third. Addison Russell hits 7th. David Ross 8th. And for just the second time all year, the pitcher, and both times John Lester, will bat 9th.
And the Pirates defensively, Andrew McCutcheon out there in center, flanked by Marte, and left. Sean Rodriguez gets a start. Field here in game 2. Different look on the infield. Ramos Ramirez, Pedro Florimon out there. They did not play in game 1. Neither did Harrison or Morris. A complete line change for Clint Hurdle here in the nightcap. Francisco Cervelli is behind the plate. And Jay Happ is on the mound. Big lefty, 6'5", 205. And with the Pirates, he's been outstanding. That one loss came to the Cubs. So 5-1, 179, 7 starts in a Pittsburgh uniform. In his career against the Cubs, he's 1-3 with a 6.04 ERA.
So the Pirates winning game 1, 87 up, 56 down. The Cubs now are 82 and 61. Pirates' magic number for clinching a playoff spot is down to 8. The Cubs' number remaining at 13. Now with 19 games to go. How about this? Since August 1st, the Cubs are 27 and 14.
Yep.
The Pirates are 27-14.
27-14.
Yep.
They've been the best team in baseball since mid-May.
A foul strike on the switch hitting Dexter Fowler. You heard Bruce Miles says that ball is hit in the air out in the deep center, but a lot of room out in that area. And it's McCutchen to haul it in. A lot of changes in the Pirates lineup. They have a ton of depth.
And that's always the challenge for the manager, even though you're late in the year and you're making that push for positioning either to try to win the division or in the Cubs case more likely to claim that first wild card spot. You still have to pick your spots to give guys a little bit of a break.
McCutchen is the only Pirate to start both games of this doubleheader. As Jackson takes a strike. Happ working with Francisco Cervelli. There's a Pirates battery. And on the outside corner for strike 2.
He's throwing a 4 and 2 seam fastball, slider, curve, and a change. The fastball slider usage is way up here in Pittsburgh, as is the ground ball rate. He's always been a fly ball guy.
Late swing, and it'll work into the corner. That ball kicks off the sidewall. Rodriguez will quickly get it back in, but it's a stand-up double for Austin Jackson.
And because the outfield is so big here, this ballpark will yield plenty of extra base hits, doubles and triples. A big notch out there in left center, the north side notch. This time Jackson pushes it down the right field line for 2 bases.
That'll bring up Chris Bryant, 0 for 4 in the opener. Struck out his first 3 times, and then a deep warning track fly out against Tony Watson in the 8th inning. And here's a pitch and a swing and a miss. Jay Happ from Peru, Illinois, 100 miles southwest of Chicago, located on the Illinois River. Went to St. Bede Academy in Peru, and then on to Northwestern University. Oh, 0-2 on Bryant.
Happ now 32 years of age, 60 wins, 60 losses in his major league career with a 4.18 ERA. Just a good, solid, middle, back of the rotation guy. Has been since his rookie year with the Phils in 2009.
Bryant could not hold up. Jim Joyce rings him up at first. And Happ has his first strikeout of the night. And it'll bring up Anthony Rizzo.
Seemed like it from that angle. Sometimes that's not the best angle. That's why they asked the first base umpire, not the second base umpire.
Right. Rizzo with a base hit. Fowler around third. Here comes a throw by Rodriguez. Not in time, and the Cubs get a first inning run, as they did in game 1. This one is earned, however. It's 1-0.
It's been a tough go on this road trip for Anthony. He's been popping the ball up a lot. This time he gets on top of it. The ball's down a little bit. Rifles it into right for an RBI single. Good start to game number 2 for the big fella.
And he had been 1 for his previous 22 before that RBI hit.
Well, when that happens, normally, you know, somebody's going to have to pay pretty soon, and maybe he'll do a lot of damage here in this ball game.
Starlin Castro batting 5th. He hit 7th in game 1, went 1 for 4 with a run. Huge hole on the right side. But he turns on one, and that ball will be caught. Sliding grab by Starling Marte. Starling retires Starlin. Cubs 1, Pirates coming up.
Every diamond is unique. Like a new relationship, it starts out raw. But after time, hard work and polishing, it becomes something to be treasured. Every diamond has a story. Let the diamond experts at Necker's Jewelers help make this one yours.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Core Vins Insurance.
Peel Motors in Princeton and Geneseo. Simply unbeatable deals on new Chevys, new Cadillacs, new Buicks, and new GMCs. Peel Motors, Princeton and Geneseo. We're worth the trip.
Get ready for the 18th Annual Quad Cities Marathon, presented by Triumph Community Bank, Sunday, September 27th, brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Like a diamond, the story of your love is timeless. This isn't just a diamond for her. This diamond is for generations to come. When they look down, they'll be reminded of the love story that started it all. Let us help you tell your story. Necker's Jewelers. Give to the one you love.
Cubs with a first inning run. Here's how the Pirates will line up. Former Cub farmhand Josh Harrison playing second and leading off. Marte in left. Andrew McCutchen, perennial MVP candidate, won it 2 years ago. Former Cub Aramis Ramirez playing third and batting cleanup. It's Cervelli, who's been terrific in his first year with the Bucks. Michael Morse gets the start at first. Rodriguez in right. Pedro Florimon, switch hitting infielder, plays short, and the pitcher Happ bats ninth.
Who's where for the Cubs tonight? Jackson's in left. Fowler, where you normally find him. Chris Bryant, he's out there in right tonight. Young guys on the left side of the infield, though. The decrepit old-timers are on the right side of the infield, those mid-20s infielders, Castro and Rizzo. David Ross is behind the plate. John Lester's on the mound, some 60 feet 6 inches away, trying to even his record at 10-10. He's got a 3.50 ERA, and off we go.
Strike on Harrison. By the way, I said Fowler scored. It was Jackson. Knocked in by Rizzo in the top of this first inning. DL time for Harrison with torn left thumb ligaments.
A breakout year for Harrison last year, man.
He can play a lot of different spots. And the game-ending RBI single in the 11th to beat Milwaukee on Sunday, and he drives this one to deep right. And it'll be Bryant to make the grab right in front of the Clemente wall. Deep fly out off the bat of Josh Harrison. One away.
The most hitter-friendly part of this ballpark is right down the right field line. 320 down the line. There is that high wall there. But this is a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Harrison gave that one a pretty good ride, but Ryan able to settle under it for out number one.
Marte picked up his National League leading 16th game-winning RBI, coming off the bench and lining a sac fly to left in the 8th. Back in the lineup tonight, he had been bothered by a sore left shoulder and a stomach ailment. On the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. It was John Lester's night on August 3rd before we got rained out, and that's why we had to play 2 today. So this is his first official outing here as a Cub. Big lefty on a 2-1. And another fly ball, and this will be Fowler in right center. Now, with all the conversation, we've had many talks about the running game against John Lester. The best way to combat it is to just limit the base runners, and he did a very good job of that in his last start.
Yeah, he only allowed 2 hits in 7 innings, a 1-run ball. He had a walk, 7 strikeouts. Both hits came in the first inning. Retired 20 of the final 21 he faced.
McCutchen with a base hit. His third of the doubleheader.
John left that ball game against St. Louis with a 3-1 lead. Got a no decision as the Cardinals came from behind to win.
Oh, Ramos Ramirez back with his original organization. He has played a little first base lately. Made his first 2,096 career appearances at third. And recently going across the diamond for the first time in his career. Came over from Milwaukee on July 23rd. Runner goes. McCutchen is safe. Just ahead of the tag by Castro. The base stealers now 43 out of 51. With John Lester on the mound. 43 steals the most against any pitcher.
We see guys get big leads, but not necessarily great jumps. And of course, John Lester, once he decides to go home, is very quick. Ross, a very strong arm. He hurries that one and just sailed a little bit on him. You see the look of dismay on his face. He knows the value of an early throw out in a John Lester start. And throw out a base runner and then back off the gas pedal a little bit if he gets one early.
Didn't Ross throw out a couple of base runners in that game that got rained out?
No idea.
I'm trying to remember. Thought he picked off Ramirez. It was a ground ball to Castro. Gets his former teammate, and that'll end the first inning. Cubs 1, Pirates nothing.
Unleash your refreshing citrus kick. Do the do.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
In the Old West, things were settled the old-fashioned way. A duel, just one-on-one. At Montana Jack's, we believe it should be that way again. Just you and our soon-to-be famous USDA prime meat steaks. Grilled to perfection, served along with our salad bar and potato. Just the way you like it. It's time for a showdown. Montana Jack's, 5400 27th Street, Moline.
One person can make a difference in our community. That's why WQAD News 8 and Genesis are proud to be part of the Jefferson Awards for Public Service. If you know someone determined to make a positive impact, nominate them at WQAD.com.
Unleash your refreshing citrus kick. Do the do.
Welcome back, folks. If you want to manage the game along with Joe Madden, log on to WGN.TV.com right now. Click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner. And there you'll connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while you watch from home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Everything you needed to have more fun at home this summer and this early fall with the summer-like weather.
Javier Baez in the lineup and a base hit. Leadoff single here in the second.
Yep, good solid swing of the bat here. Leadoff knock. See a little more get up and go going down the first baseline. In this big ballpark, you have to realize outfielders have a long way to go to track down the ball. So by the time they get there, if there's a little bit of a mishandle, you can take an extra base.
We noted the extension on the helmet in his pinch hit appearance in game one. Not quite sure why he has that extension, but we will hopefully find out after the game or before tomorrow night.
And not to belabor the point, but the other part of it, the whole respect 90 thing that Joe talks about going down the line, you put pressure on outfielders when you earn the reputation of being a speed guy.
And he tries to steal second, and he's out. Great throw by Cervelli. I'm not sure he was out, and Joe will ask the video guys to take another look. Let's see.
If he is out, then it's been a break-even proposition to run on Jay Happ this year. I mentioned in our pregame conversation that for a left-hander over the years, he's been fairly easy to run on, and that is the case. But this year, he has not been. 6 steals, 6 caught, if indeed Baez is out. And Dave Martinez waiting for the answer, and the umpire is getting impatient. I guess at least the fans are getting impatient.
No challenge.
Cervelli has thrown out 22% this year, so he's below league average. There's been a bunch of steals with him behind the plate. 91 stolen bases with Cervelli back there this year.
1-1 on Addison Russell. We referenced it in game one. Has hit mostly ninth. 113 starts in the 9 spot. This is the 10th time he's hit above ninth. He's hit 5th, 6th, and 7th. Wine in the 1-2 is fouled away.
Yeah, so I guess if you were to make an all-star team of trade deadline acquisitions, Jay Happ would have to be on it.
Ground ball toward the hole. Backhanded by Florimon. Good stretch by Morse. And they got him.
Cub fans don't miss the stretch run at Wrigley Field. The Cubs return home for the final homestand. It all starts this Friday, September 18th. Cardinals, Brewers, Pirates, and one with the Royals. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
This is not something I don't think we could really research, but and this is a doubleheader day, so it is unique as we play here with just 3 weeks to go in the season. But underscoring the point about the Pirates, how many teams in a playoff race, every win is really important, even with expanded rosters.
you go with this many different starting players from game to game. It doesn't happen very often that you have a team this good using a completely different infield than we saw in game one. Different catcher, different corner outfielders. It's pretty remarkable.
It's kind of Madden-like, isn't it?
One and two.
And I'm sure this is something that Clint put together, you know, overnight, the day before, a few days back. May have made some adjustments had the Pirates lost game one. We'll never know.
Well, and we said in game one, it does make it a little easier that you had right-handed starters in game one, lefties in game two, so you could play that platoon.
Right. That's why, you know, otherwise I think Polanco's in there.
Sure.
Alvarez likely in there. And if you're going to give Walker a day, you'd like to give him a day against a lefty because he's a lot better from the left side of the plate. Neil Walker, the switch-hitting second baseman.
Well, you had injuries earlier this year to Mercer and Harrison. You had Gung jump into the lineup, and he got hot. And they went out and got Ramos Ramirez, so they knew when Harrison and Mercer returned that they were going to have extra guys. And that's always a good problem for a manager. Hit hard on a bounce on Ramos Ramirez. Cub fans saw him do that a lot for their team. He just took away a hit from Ross. 1-0 Cubs early.
This Chicago baseball game is locally sponsored by OneCorp.
Experience the good life at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Take a break from the day and enjoy a delicious lunch in our wine cellar restaurant. And enjoy a variety of soups, sandwiches, desserts, all made fresh daily. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Experience the good life today. Goods Furniture, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois.
My name's Julia Pross, and I had herniated disc in my lower back. I'd go home after practice and just lay around because I could barely breathe.
As a parent, it was just hard to see that she had to sit and watch.
I ruptured a disc. We came to see Dr. Foster, and he decided that I needed an emergency surgery.
I was a nervous wreck, and the staff here was so caring.
I loved working with Dr. Foster because he was so gentle and understanding. Now today, I'm 100% back to normal.
Our experience with Great River was wonderful.
Nothing ruins your day like a clogged drain or sewer. Well, fix it with a phone call.
Peterson Plumbing, how may I help you?
Peterson's courteous text will make that bad day go away. Peterson will clean any home's drain for just $99.99. That's up to 1.5 hour service on any drain, $99.99. And only Peterson offers a 6-month written warranty. Clogged drains? Fix it with a phone call to Peterson.
From our family to yours, Peterson Plumbing and Heating.
WQAD News 8 invites you to the Friends of Trinity Style Show, Autumn Enchantment, Friday, September 25th at the Davenport River Center. Proceeds will aid the Trinity College of Nursing and Health Sciences, supported by these sponsors.
Cub fans, don't forget to check out Len and JD's baseball blog at WGN.tv.com. The blog is sponsored by Jeff Vukovich, your nationwide insurance agent serving the area for 37 years. To join the nation, contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. 1-0 Cubs, bottom of the second inning. Been a lot of angst about the Cubs bullpen. One thing to consider, some really short starts here as of late. The Cubs had that bullpen night on Saturday. Cervelli bounces to third. Baez will get him. He had an abbreviated outing by Dan Herron on Sunday, and then again by Jason Hamill. That affects everybody, even if you have a lot of extra guys in your bullpen.
Yeah, the tough thing is that the guys that have come in early, the so-called weak underbelly, middle relief, long relief type guys have generally pitched very well. There's been some bumps in the road for those high leverage guys. You know, Grimm a little bit shaky lately. Strop has had his ups and downs. Rondon gave up the big home run the other day.
The 3-game losing streak. The starting pitchers combined have gone 9 2/3 innings, allowing 8 runs. Fouled off by Michael Morse. Jake Arrieta tomorrow night will go for win number 20. John Lieber, 2001, the last Cub to win 20 games.
Pryor got close, right? Didn't he get 18, Mark?
2003. Morris went from the Marlins to the Dodgers on July 30th, when the Matt Latos deal was then designated for assignment by the Dodgers, and a day later was sent to the Pirates. Got a World Series ring last year with the Giants. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He's been good here in limited action with the Pirates. 29th game. He's got a .920 OPS.
A solid contributor for the Giants last year. His best year came a couple years back with the Nationals. 2011, actually, at 31 bombs.
Close one. Lester didn't get it. And his first walk issued.
Well, we usually talk about the running game when John's on the mound and somebody gets on first base, but I don't think we have to worry too much with Morris out there. He has 6 steals in his career.
Ball 1 to Sean Rodriguez.
Not a lot of home runs, but he's got power. Hardly ever walks.
Former Angel and Ray.
Good pitch.
1-2.
Lester in and out. Cutters in. 2 seamers away. Usually down around the knees. Curveball and changeup. Usually 92, 94 with that fastball.
Called strike 3. Down the inside corner. It's his first punch out tonight.
Belt high, little cutting action. Right to the mitt. With David Ross clutching it. Strong hands. Giving the home plate umpire, Pat Holbrook, a good long look.
Pedro Florimon getting the start at short. He pinch ran for Pedro Alvarez in the first game. Stole second, moved to third on an error. And the bounced throw from Miguel Montero, and then scored the winning run and the sac fly from Marte.
That's the thing with a guy like Morris, who's not particularly quick. If you're going to dance around out there because John's on the mound, you're really setting yourself up for David Ross to pick you off.
Ground ball, Castro moving to his glove side, and that'll do it. Pirates have stranded one in each of the first 2 innings. 1-0 Cubs.
You'll love living with your Lincoln MKC from Streeter. The perfect luxury car. Great for the grocery store with its hands-free tailgate, taking Fido to the vet. So much room. Safety too, with blind spot alerts and automatic braking. Your Lincoln MKC even has a push-button transmission. Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln MKC from Streeter. Test drive it today at Streeter Lincoln of the Quad Cities, 520 West Kimberly Road, Davenport.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Get all the latest headlines 3 times every hour so you get the news you need to know, then get on with your day.
5 a.m. to 7 a.m. on MyTV 8-3.
Wild Rose Casino. Small town friendly. Big city wild. Emmitsburg, Clinton, and coming soon to Jefferson, Iowa.
What was inside the big box?
Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you.
Well, Joe has done this twice, and both times with John Lester on the mound. Hitting the pitcher 9th. They did it on August 24th against Cleveland. John had a hit in his last start in St. Louis. 2 for 52, and he takes a strike.
Strope. It's the Duquesne University crew team.
Oh, is it?
I have no idea. People in a boat, and Duquesne's in Pittsburgh.
I always love the captain, or who's the person kind of guiding the
coxswain.
way? What do they call it?
Coxswain.
The coxswain. When everybody's rowing, it looks like they're going back and forth because they're not moving. The rest of the rowers are. Lester strikes out. It's an optical illusion. Second strikeout for Happ. And now Fowler, who flying to center to start the ball game. That's what it looks like from the Cubs dugout. Over Jason Mott's shoulder. Swing and a miss.
First pitch change from Happ.
Oh, and 2. Pirates got Happ from Seattle because they weren't sure they were going to get A.J. Burnett back. Well, Burnett is back, and he'll pitch tomorrow night. He had the elbow injury.
Cervelli thought he had strike 3 there. Similar to the one last inning when Lester was out there. Borderline, looked like certainly over the plate, just whether it was high enough. That time it was 3 to the same pitch. The final Budweiser Bleacher Friday will help turn singles into doubles. Cub fans mingle while the Cubs play the Cardinals. That's this Friday, the start of the homestand. First pitch 120. Budweiser Bleacher fans 21 and older will receive a 3/4 length Cubs top pictured there. Afternoon we'll have fun social media interaction and creative food pairings. Cubs.com for details.
Did you see the back of that shirt? It said "Take you out to the ball game," and it has W or an L. You can check one or the other apparently right on the shirt. Double and a run by Jackson.
So it would be like if you wanted to ask somebody out.
I guess so, yeah.
In the bleachers, they could you win or lose.
So these guys would be not only former teammates, but teammates earlier this season. Jackson and Happ in Seattle. Wow. Not only did he strike out the side, but he struck them all out looking.
Unleash your refreshing citrus kick. Do the do.
Old age, hail damage,
or maybe even golf ball damage.
There are many factors that can affect the life of your roof. At Old Town Roofing, we offer several solutions to your weathered roof. We do drone inspections to get a bird's eye view of your roof's condition. Old Town Roofing is the only IKO Shield Pro Plus roofing contractor within a 60-mile radius of the Quad Cities. Find us online at oldtownroofing.com. At Old Town Roofing, our service is over the top. Check us out with the Better Business Bureau. We maintain an A+ rating.
It's spa season, and QCA Pools and Spas is clearing out their warehouse this Thursday through Sunday with savings up to 40%. You can choose from over 30 spas under the big tent across the street from our store. Spas starting as low as $16.95. Get our 6-person Marcel Lounger Spa or our 7-person non-lounger Sienna Spa with dual waterfalls, stainless steel jets, and LED lights. Your choice, only $59.99. Infrared saunas are starting at $14.99. 6 months, same as cash with approved credit. Don't miss the factory spa clearance, September 17th through the 20th, across from QCA Pools and Spas in Bettendorf.
Every play is one step closer to the goal. Follow your team's journey with us on The Score, Friday nights at 10:15. Brought to you by orthopedic specialists, Quad City Honda dealers, and Casey's General Store. And get more with The Score Sunday Show, Sunday at 10:35. Brought to you by QC Family Entertainment Center.
Unleash your refreshing citrus kick. Do the do.
Hey, Cub fans, show your Cubs pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card, only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. Beautiful shot from center field. This gorgeous ballpark in Pittsburgh. 1-0. The Cubs have the lead. James Anthony Happ takes a strike from John Lester.
Yep. Some folks mistakenly call him J.A. But he goes by J.
It is a little confusing when you see J.A. period. And I guess technically it is J.A. Happ. Those are his initials, but you're right. He goes by J, and we are in a called strike 3 contest all of a sudden.
Bring him up.
Last 5 strikeouts have been looking. Well, let's look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Your Cubs selfies at hashtag WGN Cubs. Our associate producer Keon Dolachahi with a large piece of meat. That is a 36-ounce shareable steak
that he chose not to share.
I think our producer Mark Brady got in there as well.
That was an exquisite hunk of beef. They went to meat and potatoes last night. Local
vegetarian place.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to misleading anybody. I saw one in Philadelphia the other day called the Fat Ham. Man, that is right in my wheelhouse.
Harrison flied to the warning track in right in the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally, somebody swung at a pitch.
Still trying to match Happ here, looking to strike out the side in the third. Happ and Harrison quickly dispatched. Good cutter biting down and in.
He is already working up a lather. See that jersey completely soaked already. Marte cuts and misses.
Good changeup. These guys are pitching here tonight. He's executing fastball command, breaking stuff, the off-speed pitch. Both guys have all their weapons.
Another one. Rifled into right. Second hit for the Pirates. Cutchin had the first, and here he comes with a 2-out base runner, and Marte will move up. He's got 26 stolen bases already.
I'm sure their thinking was that after back-to-back changeups, they'd be able to get in on his hands with a fastball, either get a swing and a miss or maybe a pop-up, but he's able to get on top of it and hit it hard enough to line it into right center.
Hard to find a more athletic outfield than the one the Pirates put out there most nights, with Marte covering a lot of ground in left, McCutchen in center, and second-year man Polanco in right. It's Rodriguez here in game 2 against the lefty. McCutchen asked for time, and he got it for Pat Holberg.
Lester and Marte in a staring contest.
Marte wasn't quite sure, was he? No hesitation as Lester went to the plate. John really sells it well.
Yeah, well, he locks eyes with him, and they're trying to read him, and then off he goes.
Rizzo will tag him out, and that will end the inning. And we'll see if that affects the running game the rest of the way.
This Chicago baseball game is locally sponsored by OneCorp.
Hey, what are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured. So head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
Buy more, save more this Labor Day at Grand Appliance and TV. Get up to $300 in instant savings on all the hottest brands. Buy one appliance, get $50. Buy two, get $100. Buy three, get $150. Buy four, get $200. Buy five, get $250. Buy six and get $300. Get additional savings on tons of kitchen packages. Plus, Grand's instant $300 savings. Stop by your Grand showroom in Davenport on East 53rd Street. Grand Appliance and TV. You make it home, we make it grand.
Peterson Plumbing will clean any home's drain for just $99.99. That's up to 1.5 hours of service. $99.99.
But I like that drain cleaner with the jingle.
The one who charges $200 to $300?
Yeah, that one.
Mom, the drain's backed up again.
$99?
$99.99.
That would be less.
And Peterson has a 6-month written warranty.
Do they have a jingle?
Peterson Plumbing and Heating.
It's the one show where people say things out loud.
Why did you allow this man to hit your child and then join in?
That they can barely say to themselves.
Dr. Phil on WQAD MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716.
Our Xfinity speed replay. Let's see how the third inning came to an end.
Marte with the early break and probably should have just kept going, but a nice job by John Lester delivering that ball to Rizzo, and then they execute the rundown. Cut him off, make him stop. Initial throw is good. Cubs who have had trouble at times with rundowns execute that one. Boy, that's a big play, not only for the rest of this game, for everybody scouting this game, for John Lester's confidence. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but you're going through the struggles he's gone through throwing to the bases to deliver that ball the way he did. That's a big plus.
So not to nitpick because they did get the out, but is the textbook move to not throw behind the runner there, to run more at the runner to make him commit?
Well, he made him stop. That's the primary thing. He ran on an angle to force him to stop. Now, if I were Clint Hurdle, I would tell Marte, don't stop. Just keep running to second base. Right. Force John to make that throw on the move to second base. I think if you're Joe, you say to John, anytime you feel comfortable getting rid of the ball, let it go.
2-1 now on Chris Bryant.
And that, a lot of managers will say that to any pitcher. Just get the ball in the hands of an infielder. But you're right. The proper technique is to cut him off, get him headed back to the base where he started from, and then give it up. So a perfectly executed rundown. That's a one-throw play. John cuts him off, runs him back to the bag, flips it to Anthony for the tag.
I'm just thinking if there's any sort of bad throw at all, if you throw behind the runner, you risk throwing it past the first baseman, and Marte ends up at third. 3-1 now to Bryant. Hitters count, and ball 4. First walk surrendered by Happ.
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest difference with Jay Happ since he's joined the Pirates. And it's come and gone in his career, but when you look at his year by year, he usually runs a pretty high walk rate. Fastball command has never been a real strength for him, but since joining the Pirates, it has been. Certainly has been so far here tonight.
Well, only the Cardinals have a better team ERA than do the Pittsburgh Pirates. Certainly a lot of the credit goes to Ray Searage, their pitching coach, who does not probably get the credit he deserves. One 1-0 on Anthony Rizzo. He knocked in Jackson in the first inning. Only run to date. Popped up into shallow center. Florimon, the shortstop, makes the grab. One out, and it'll bring up Castro, who lined to left. Sliding catch by Marte in the first. If you missed it earlier, in the Pirates 5-4 win in Game 1, Austin Jackson pinch hit for Chris Coghlan late, and he came in and was going to play right, but then Joe decided to put Jackson in left, and he moved Kyle Schwarber to right. Starling Marte is a terrific outfielder, but it's key that he plays left in this park because the dimensions out in left center are so deep.
Yeah, left field is more demanding here than right.
It gets all the way out to 410 in the alley. That ball will drop. Castro with a base hit. Cervelli got hit on the backswing, I believe. Castro on his way down to first was looking back at Cervelli, I think telling him, hey man, I didn't mean it.
Castro actually hit the ball harder last time, and it carried out there where Marte was able to make a play on it. This time Marte has to pull up and drops in front for a knock.
Yeah, he really took that one off the barrel. Left hand / forearm.
I believe this was a theme the last time we played the Pirates. Cervelli getting dinged by swings and foul balls, and
yeah, it's been a problem this year.
Montero was up on the top step giving him the business.
Two on, one out, and it's Baez. Strike one.
And that fastball leaked on half there, trying to go in, and drifted out over the heart of the plate.
Has not had much success against the Cubs' 5 previous starts, and a 6 ERA. Goes back to his time with the Astros and the Phillies before that.
As I mentioned, a 12-game winner in his rookie year, 09 with the Phillies. Finished second in the Rookie of the Year voting that year.
Tough inning for Cervelli. In the air, deep right. Rodriguez drifting back, and he makes the catch. Bryant will tag and head to third. 2 outs.
You know, this would be a great time to plan for your 2016 Cubs spring training experience at beautiful Sloan Park. Go to Cubs.com/Mesa to place a deposit on season tickets. Secure the best seats available. Individual spring training tickets will go on sale in January. So be sure to visit Cubs.com/Mesa, and there you'll find the latest updates.
See if Russell can at least get Bryant home. 2 outs, runners at first and third. I thought I read something recently about Cervelli taking tons of foul balls off various body parts, and the Pirates said they've done, you know, some research. They feel like he's not too close or too far behind the plate, that it just might be one of those fluky things. He's been a target this year.
Took that shot from Castro, and sometimes that's enough just to encourage a guy to scoop back a little bit.
Two and one. Fastball count, didn't get one.
That backswing came around a long way too, and Cervelli was flinching.
Cardinals and Brewers just about to get underway. Carlos Martinez, Ariel Pena. Matchup in that one. Pittsburgh within 2 of the division lead. Nicely done, young man.
Closest the Pirates have been to first place since late April.
So Donnie Most looked like when he was a kid. Before he became Ralph Malph. Swing and a miss. He got him on the high fastball. And the Cubs strand a couple, leading 1-0 in the fourth.
When looking for fun, come to QC Family Entertainment. We offer 32 lanes of cosmic bowling from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. QC Family Entertainment. Fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Goods, America's Furniture Showplace, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Stroll through the shops at Market Square. Find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Take the short drive today to see the Goods difference. Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Get ready for the 18th annual Quad Cities Marathon, presented by Triumph Community Bank. Choose from 5 events for walkers and runners. For more information and registration, log on to qcmarathon.org. The Quad Cities Marathon, presented by Triumph Community Bank. Sunday, September 27th. Brought to you by WQAD News 8 and these sponsors.
Grab the family or a few friends and stop by QC Family Entertainment to play our state-of-the-art video games and a round of laser tag in our 2-story arena. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Ford upcoming schedule. 2 more here in Pittsburgh tomorrow night, and then Thursday afternoon or morning right here on WGN at 11:30. Home to play the Cardinals this weekend. The Brewers come in along with the Pirates, and the Royals make-up game on the 28th in the final homestand of the regular season. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Lester to McCutchen. Fly ball right field. Bryant breaking over, and he'll run out of room. Five-tool player, Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, and by all accounts, very good in the clubhouse, too. Good, solid guy.
Barring any sort of catastrophic injury, he is on a Hall of Fame track. He's 28 years old. Career .299 hitter. He's already been an MVP, 5-time All-Star. Terrific defensively. And he hits this one on the ground right to Javier Baez. McCutchen has been extremely durable. How much of a skill
is durability?
I
don't think it is.
Ramirez takes ball one.
Now, I think there are guys that can play through some minor injuries better than others. But in terms of any, broken bones or, blowing out a knee or any of those, out for 3 months type of injuries, I would have a hard time trying to identify a player. You could say, yeah, he looks like he's going to stay healthy.
Ripped in the left. And Ramirez is on. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Important matchup. They're all big from here on out, and mostly against the National League Central. Game 2 of a 4-game series. Pirates won earlier today 5-4. Great to have you with us. Yeah, so I guess durability, you can talk about what has occurred. Say this guy has been durable, but yeah, it's hard to say anyone will continue to be per se. I suppose we could have predicted it in Cal Ripken's case. Maybe 7, 8, 9 years into a streak. But.
Well, I think there are guys who learn to take care of their bodies, better than others, who stay out of harm's way, in certain plays. I think even McCutchen, I think we're seeing it as his career goes along. He's not running as much now as he used to. He's so valuable in the middle of the order. I wouldn't be surprised if Clint Hurdle or Neil Huntington at one point sat him down and said, yeah, we know you can run. We want you to pick your spots, though. We can't afford to have you, blowing out an ankle or jamming a thumb.
Two and one to count. Curveball didn't get back to the plate. Ross will head out. Yeah, because we talk so much about protecting pitchers' arms with pitch counts and the like. But we don't often talk about the things that help keep position players healthy. And as you say, a lot of it's just bad luck. Hit by a pitch. I suppose you can, you stretch and you try to avoid the pulled hamstring.
Yeah, and you give guys days off when
too.
They get tired, because when guys are tired, they're more prone to, those types of injuries.
A chopper to third. It is a fair ball, and Cervelli's out. The tying run, Ramirez now at second, with 2 gone for Morse.
Cervelli trying to make the case that it was a foul ball, but that's not reviewable anyway. Probably be a good idea to run back to the dugout, get your gear on.
Yeah, the ball in front of the base umpire down the lines, as you said, is not reviewable fair foul. Only if it gets behind the first or third base umpire is it then reviewable. And the home plate umpire made the call, Pat Hope. A strike on Morse. Cubs struck in the opening inning on an Anthony Rizzo 2-out RBI single to score Austin Jackson. Otherwise, the 2 starters have been pretty good. Charged by Baez, the bare hand pick. Oh, he got him. What a play. Javier Baez Shortstop by trade. Moving around, playing some second, some third. And that helps Leicester get out of the inning. Still 1-0.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
River Valley Turf is the place to shop for John Deere tractors, lawn equipment, and gators. From 115 horsepower John Deere tractors down to residential lawn equipment, they've got you covered. At River Valley Turf, you'll find more equipment at unbeatable prices, and our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right model for you. And we even let you ride and drive your next mower before you buy. River Valley Turf offers at-home maintenance for all of your power equipment for all seasons. We're a full-service dealership, offering pickup and delivery as well as home services. River Valley Turf in Davenport and Silvis.
The candidates know the road to the White House begins here in Iowa. So as they swing through the Quad Cities, WQAD News 8 pledges to cut through the rhetoric and the slogan. Ask them the questions you want answered and fact check what they say. Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing, best V8 horsepower, and has Motor Trend's 2015 Truck of the Year?
Ram.
Chevy. What do you think?
A Ford.
Oh. Here's the answer. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
Chevy.
It's Truck Month. Now qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus find your bonus tag and get $4,000 cash allowance on select Silverado 1500 crew cabs in stock. Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
Mazda, conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way.
Ross, Lester, and Fowler here in the Cubs' fifth. And outside on Ross. Ball one.
Hit a bullet last time up. Ramos Ramirez made a fine play on him.
Nationals leading at Philadelphia behind Steven Strasburg. 2-0 bottom of the fifth. Phillies don't have a hit through 4. And against Strasburg. Nationals won in extras last night after Jonathan Papelbon blew his first save of the season. Gave up a Freddie Galvis home run. In the air to right and out of play foul. Mets are trailing in the fourth at home against Miami 3-1. Mets have won 8 in a row. They've got a 9.5 game lead in the East. It's the largest lead in baseball.
It's been a remarkable run. Jonas Cespedes obviously has been huge for them. He seems to hit a home run every day. He has 9 already this month, doesn't he? Something crazy like that.
Still 2-2 on Ross.
Nationals just 3 games above 500.
And the Mets went 0-13 against the Cubs and Pirates. So what, 83 and 48 against everybody else? ball hit to right. Rodriguez is back on it, and it's off the wall. Ross into second with a double. He's had 2 really good swings, as JD mentioned, robbed of a hit earlier.
Yeah, he had a bullet down to third base. Now he picks on this elevated fastball from Happ and rides it off the wall in right. That ball is 93 miles an hour off the outside part of the plate. He gets extended, gets lift. Doesn't quite get it out of here, but high off the wall for 2 bases. It's a way to hustle. Might not be fast, but it gives you all he has.
Cornerman expecting a Lester bunt. He squares, gets it down. The throw's going to go to third. Save! Ross got in. Ramirez thinks the Pirates got him. That's a tag play, not a force play.
And therefore a risky play for Jay Happ. I'm sure he got his marching orders from Cervelli there. They have David Ross running. They know he's not fleet of foot, so you want to be aggressive in that situation, but you have to read the ball down. Yeah, he got in. That foot got in there before the tag was applied.
They will challenge.
Hey, for fun, let's go back and look at our Mazda replay cam again. Javi Baez on that play that ended the last half inning off of Michael Morse. That takes a hard turn on him. Not a problem. Mazda, creativity, courage, conviction, awesomeness. A lot of games turn when outs are not made on bunt plays. Yep. Understandable that they'd want to be aggressive here in the middle innings to prevent the Cubs from scoring, but remember, you don't get the out on the bunt. You set up the potential big inning. Now the lineup turns over.
And for now, it's a sac bunt for Lester. On a first and third no out situation. Here's the call. So Clint Hurdle loses his challenge. One more slow-mo look. Safe.
Yeah,
clearly safe.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they used the challenge there.
Call is confirmed. First and third, nobody out. They've got Morse holding on Lester. Fowler drives one out in the deep center. McCutchen won't catch it. It'll one-hop the fence. Ross scores. Lester to third. That is an RBI double for Dexter Fowler, and 2-0. Cubs have the lead here in the fifth. Bottom of the order starting it, and the leadoff man coming up with the big extra base hit.
Yeah, that ball absolutely blistered. You see David Ross rallying the troops there in the dugout. He gets it started. He doubles off the wall and right. Now Fowler, boy, he really laid into that one. Look where that fastball was. Right in the center of the grid.
Happ yelling at himself as he goes to back up the plate. And they're going to bring their infield in. Still nobody out. Runners at second and third, and it's Austin Jackson. Chance here to really bust it open. And a strike called. We see some stretching, but nobody yet throwing in the Pirates bullpen. Two. Big strikeout for Happ. Now we'll see what Clint Hurdle wants to do. He's got first base open. With Bryant coming up, Rizzo on deck.
And Jackson just a little over anxious there. Situation that called for contact. He got a little expansive in his approach.
The pitch to Bryant, infield still in.
Yeah, I think what Clint Hurdle's thinking here is one, there's a lot of swing and miss with Chris Bryant, so there's a chance he can get a strikeout here and still have second and third and then have 2 outs, then have the option of pitching around or walking Rizzo.
And for now, he's going to let Happ get through this thing. There's no action in the bullpen. Hey, Cub fans, let's go. Don't miss your chance to catch the best matchups in baseball. Reserve your place in line for history in the making. Join the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list. The 1-1 from Happ. 1-2. Yeah, and if you're Jay Happ, you kind of feel like the game's on the line here, right?
Yeah, I think this is one of those situations where you got to stop the bleeding here in a hurry. With Lester going along the way he is.
And if you're the Cubs, you feel like you can break it completely open here, but Bryant can't get it done, and it will be up to Rizzo or Castro again, depending on how the Pirates want to play it. 2 huge strikeouts for Happ.
Yeah, good execution there, elevating that fastball with 2 strikes on Chris.
They're going to walk him.
Yeah, they're going to put him on here, and this is the move that probably doesn't get second guessed more than Plan B, which would be to pitch to Rizzo. People, they identify the star player in the lineup, but if you look at what's been going on lately, Castro's been having the better at bats lately than Anthony.
Yeah, and tonight he's had 2 good ones, and you could definitely argue if you're the Cubs, you feel very comfortable having Castro in this situation. So bases loaded.
Clint Hurdle probably feels like, well, one now he's got to force at any base here in this situation. Castro much more likely to get himself out than Rizzo, to go out of the zone to try to get a ball. And with Rizzo's approach, there's a chance Happ would throw him 7 or 8 pitches and end up walking him anyway. All the things a manager has to contemplate, or he could just flip a coin, which I think sometimes they don't do literally, but I think sometimes they just, I don't know, man. I don't ask their bench coach, what do you think? It's a gray area. I'm not sure.
The 1-0 from Happ is bounded foul.
It's a great thing about baseball. There are so many decisions that are made in every single game. There's always opportunities to second guess.
Is that Susie Cool?
Susie Cool, no, is working the home run board for game 2.
She's out in right?
Was down the line for game 1.
Yeah, they announced the ball girls and the home run board operator.
Susie Cool.
Susie Cool was one of them. Rodriguez makes the catch, so the bottom of the order gets it going. Fowler doubles home Ross, but that's it. 2-0.
Every diamond is unique. Like a new relationship, it starts out raw, but after time, hard work and polishing, it becomes something to be treasured. Every diamond has a story. Let the diamond experts at Necker's Jewelers help make this one yours.
Welcome to Pub 1848. where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts. Old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner, and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where a good time is our tradition.
Hey, what are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured. So head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
One person can make a difference in our community. That's why WQAD News 8 and Genesis are proud to be part of the Jefferson Awards for Public Service. If you know someone determined to make a positive impact, nominate them at WQAD.com. The Jefferson Awards on WQAD News 8 are proudly sponsored by Genesis.
Like a diamond, the story of your love is timeless. This isn't just a diamond for her. This diamond is for generations to come. When they look down, they'll be reminded of the love story that started it all. Let us help you tell your story. Necker's Jewelers. Give to the one you love.
Time for the 5th inning. It's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank. We're on the banks of the Allegheny, the city of Three Rivers. Fowler came through, but the guys behind him could not. Lester with a 2-0 lead. Got a tough no decision in his last start in St. Louis. Came in with a .252 earned run average against the National League Central and .407 versus everybody else. Ball one on Rodriguez. Two and 0. Lester's got a unique leg kick. He brings that knee back, but that foot never really gets behind his body.
Yeah, and then he kind of throws the heel forward. He kind of kicks out the lower leg.
Two and one to Rodriguez. Three and one. On a bounce, Baez will make the play. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Two nothing. Cubs trying to get a split in this day-nighter. Pirates won 5-4 earlier this afternoon. Curveball strike on Florimon.
Well, outs on the ground here tonight for Lester. That's not uncommon. Been a busy night for Baez down at third. He's had 5 chances already.
Ooh, that looked pretty good. Could not coax Pat Holberg to call it a strike. Let's see what Pitch Tracks thought.
Pitch Tracks is undecided. Non-committal.
Pedro Florimon, 28 years old, former Oriole and Twin, played 134 games with Minnesota 2 years ago. '21st game this season with the Pirates. Deep breath by the lefty. And on the hands and fought off foul.
Time to have a chat. How do you want to finish him off? You know what happened on this date in baseball history?
Tell me.
Joe Tinker, Johnny Evers, and Frank Chance pulled off their first double play ever.
That is significant. What year was it?
1902.
Was that at West Side Grounds?
I'm not sure where it was. It was in support of Carl Lundgren's 6-3 win over the Reds.
Called strike 3. Four punch outs and 3 have been looking for Lester.
Center cut, not the knees. Not a lot of plate appearances for Florimo with the Pirates this year, but he struck out a whole bunch. About half of them.
Happ lines out to Baez, and that will end the inning. First 1-2-3 for Lester. He's got a 2-0 lead through 5.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Core Vins Insurance.
Buy more, save more this Labor Day at Grand Appliance and TV. Get up to $300 in instant savings on all the hottest brands. Buy one appliance, get $50. Buy two, get $100. Buy three, get $150. Buy four, get $200. Buy five, get $250. Buy six and get $300. Get additional savings on tons of kitchen packages. Plus, Grand's instant $300 savings. Stop by your Grand showroom in Davenport on East 53rd Street. Grand Appliance and TV. You make it home, we make it grand.
All Makes Office Furniture Showroom in Moline is the place for great deals on Hahn office furniture. Take a walk through our 72,000 square foot showroom and find that perfect desk, chair, or cabinet from Hahn to furnish your business or home office.
The service after the sale is also important to us, and they're always there for us.
It's so easy to work with, and they offer both, as you see in this office, new and used.
Stop by today and view our huge selection of new and used Hahn furniture.
My name is Julia Pross, and I had herniated disc in my lower back. I'd go home after practice and just lay around because I could barely breathe.
She had to sit and watch.
I ruptured a disc. We came to see Dr. Foster, and he decided that I needed an emergency surgery.
I was a nervous wreck, and the staff here was so caring.
I loved working with Dr. Foster because he was so gentle and understanding. Now today, I'm 100% back to normal.
Our experience with Great River was wonderful.
Next live, Benicio del Toro, Brett Eldridge, and the winner of So You Think You Can Dance.
We are dancing up a storm.
Uh-oh.
Tomorrow morning at 9 on WQAD News 8.
Text Subway to 97999 right now for your chance to win 6 meals from the Simple 6 menu from Subway. Subway, eat fresh. Message and data rates may apply. These are the saddest of possible words. Tinker to Evers to Chance. Trio of bear cubs and fleeter than birds. Tinker and Evers and Chance. Ruthlessly pricking our gonfalon bubble. Making a giant hit into a double. Words that are heavy with nothing but trouble. Tinker to Evers to Chance. It's baseball's sad lexicon by Frank Chance. No, not Frank Chance. Frank Adams.
1910.
Adams. Baseball's sad lexicon.
Yep. 1-0 on Javier Baez. Notice she dropped Evers and Evers. You hear both, but I think it's Evers.
Evers, I think. Yeah. I used to always say Evers, and somebody corrected me, said Evers. I'll go with it. Honus.
Line shot out into the alley, and that's going to get to the wall for Baez on his way to second. He's got a double. He's 2 for 3 with some really good defense tonight.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a night here. Singled last time. Caught trying to steal second base. Won't have to worry about that now as he rifles one into the alley out there in right center. Leadoff double. There's that tremendous bat speed.
Now they got another on this date, and you're going to like this one. This was not on this date, but remember 2 years ago, the Uptons hit consecutive home runs. Wasn't it against the Cubs?
In Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah, BJ and Justin.
Like a game winner thing.
Right.
Late drama.
Previous to that, the last time two brothers had homered back-to-back was on this date in 1938. Lloyd and Paul Wainer.
Big poison, a little poison.
For the Pirates.
Good boy.
They did it in the 5th inning at the Polo Grounds in a win over the Giants. Yanked foul by Russell. What is it about the Wainers that you just
Hall of Famer, you know.
I mean, no disrespect, but I know that you've got a soft spot in your heart for the nicknames.
I'm a nickname guy.
Yeah.
Big poison, little poison.
Off the plate in.
We are in an era where most baseball nicknames are you just chop a syllable off a guy's name and put a Y on the end. I like the creativity.
Three and two.
Need a more Noodles Hahn and things of that nature.
Harold Joseph Trainer. He went by Pie. Hall of Famer, number 20. Retired by the Pirates. And he only wore it in his last 5 seasons in the big leagues. He didn't have a number before that as Happ strikes out Russell. It's 8 now for Jay Happ. Meet your favorite Cub players and alumni at the 2016 Cubs Convention. It'll take place January 15th through the 17th at the Sheraton Chicago Hotel and Towers. Book your hotel stay now. Weekend passes go on sale later this month. Stay updated by visiting Cubs.com/convention. Ross with a leadoff double and a run in the 5th. That was a key at bat because now you have 8 and 9 coming up, although they started the rally in the 5th. Maybe they can do it again. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Apple did a lot of good work up there between the belt and the letters. Better off trying to get that fastball down against Happ. A number of scouts lately, and we've had the same conversation with Joe Madden, lamenting the lack of pitchers who can pitch effectively up in the zone. And also the guys that, not enough guys will work inside. You hear that complaint a lot. I was impressed with a couple of those youngsters from the Phillies. I thought they did a real good job moving the ball in and out.
Towards center. It'll be flagged down by Florimon, and that will keep Baez from scoring on an infield hit from David Ross. He's 2 for 3.
That's 2. It's 2. Guys, let everybody know I got 2 knocks tonight.
Good play by Florimon, or Baez scores.
Well off the plate inside. He doesn't hit it all that sharply, but puts it in a good spot. Florimon able to stretch out, keep it in the infield, but now Lester comes up, firing a double play. Fowler's going to get a turn, and I don't see a scenario where a double play is going to happen here. We should knock on wood as I say that. Should be bunting throughout here. It's interesting because you got a slow guy on first, you got a pitcher bunting. Clint Hurdle would love to try to get a double play on a bad bunt here, but he can't afford to let Ramirez come too far in from third base and allow Baez to get too big of a lead down that line. Because Baez's job here is to read this ball down. If he feels like he can score, and off he goes.
Well, if you missed our game one conversation, one wild card idea JD had was a doubleheader, and I think the tiebreaker was there's a bunt. Here comes Baez, and he's going to be out. So he decided to go on a safety squeeze, and he was a pretty easy out. First and second, now 2 outs.
Yeah, you just don't have a lot of time to read that ball, so you're coming down the line and you want to see it down. Once you see if the safety squeeze is on, you see the ball down, you're off to the races. It's bunted hard right back at half. It's a little underhand shovel to get Baez. Not that much lost in that, Ross is now in scoring position.
What was it? Was this a non-visit?
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Clint Hurdle was headed out toward the mound, and then he and Pat Holberg had a quick chat. So what's the issue? Does this have to do with possible replay on the play at the plate?
I don't know, but Clint's going to go to the bullpen now.
But what I'm wondering is, was Joe possibly going to challenge that play?
Maybe
and the umpires decided he didn't have
I'm not going to
time?
make my move until I know whether they're going to challenge or not.
Well, at any rate, there will be a pitching change as Joe continues his conversation with Jim Joyce. We'll try to sort it out when we return. 2-0 Cubs in the 6th.
Choosing from the $4 menu is not for the indecisive. Incredible values await. Behold the original double steak burger meal, the taco salad and chili cheese footlong meals, the garlic double steak burger meal.
What's that sound, Master?
Kung Fu elbow. Try it.
Download the new Steak and Shake Rewards app. Earn rewards every time you use it from Steak and Shake.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office?
When we have an office business need, I pick up the phone and call All Makes.
Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's the great part about All Makes is that they can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture, 2334 4th Avenue, Moline, Illinois.
So our guess at this point is that Clint Hurdle came out and was going to make a pitching change. Pat Hoberg, the home plate umpire, appeared to cut him off before he got to the mound, and he looked at Joe Madden. Now here's the play at the plate. It looks like everything is legal in terms of Cervelli and where he was set up before he got the throw. But when Hoberg looked right there at Joe Madden, I think he was still waiting to see if a challenge was going to be made on that play. So before Hurdle got to the mound, Hoberg got the umpires together. And I don't know if Joe was going to challenge, and maybe, JD, he just wanted to get a clarification on how much time he would have if he wanted to challenge. But we'll find out later. Archimedes Caminero.
And I think the other question Joe might have is that, wait a minute, if Clint goes out there to make a move prior to me challenging, is there an advantage to be had for the Cubs, and should the umpire be telling Hurdle, hang on a minute, if that's the case?
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Maybe that was Joe's argument, or maybe he just wanted some clarification, but maybe his point would be like, hey, if this guy wants to go out and make a pitching change before I decide to challenge, that's on him. It's not your job to call him off, so to speak.
And it looked like Joe and Jim Joyce were having a pretty low-key conversation, that Joe wasn't necessarily upset.
Yeah, and that's something we really haven't seen this year, the mechanics of the possible pitching change, possible challenge, and what comes first. And
yeah, believe it or not, there are still questions managers have on the mechanics of all this stuff. 2 on, 2 down. And a 1-2 to Fowler. He struck him out. Caminero is a fireballer, but he got him on a bunch of splitters.
Every diamond is unique. Like a new relationship, it starts out raw. But after time, hard work, and polishing, it becomes something to be treasured. Every diamond has a story. Let the diamond experts at Necker's Jewelers help make this one yours.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Old age, hail damage,
or maybe even golf ball damage.
There are many factors that can affect the life of your roof. At Old Town Roofing, we offer several solutions to your weathered roof. We do drone inspections to get a bird's eye view of your roof's condition. Old Town Roofing is the only IKO Shield Pro Plus roofing contractor within a 60-mile radius of the Quad Cities. Find us online at oldtownroofing.com. At Old Town Roofing, our service is over the top. Check us out with the Better Business Bureau. We maintain an A+ rating.
Get ready for the 18th Annual Quad Cities Marathon, presented by Triumph Community Bank. Choose from 5 events for walkers and runners. For more information and registration, log on to qcmarathon.org. The Quad Cities Marathon, presented by Triumph Community Bank. Sunday, September 27th. Brought to you by WQAD News 8 and these sponsors.
Like a diamond, the story of your love is timeless. This isn't just a diamond for her. This diamond is for generations to come. When they look down, they'll be reminded of the love story that started it all. Let us help you tell your story. Necker's Jewelers. Give to the one you love.
Time now for today's Honda game summary. John Lester on top of his game again tonight. 2-0 Cubs lead. Bottom of the sixth. Rizzo RBI single. Dexter Fowler RBI double in the fifth. See Lester 5 innings of shutout baseball. He has struck out 4. And Jay Happ, he is done, but solid effort from Happ. 5 2/3 of 2-run baseball. Honda Dream Garage sales event now at your Honda dealer.
Third time through for the Pirates. 3 hits so far and a walk. That's it. Harrison bounces to Baez in on the grass. Lots of time. 1 out.
He's at a record pace down there tonight.
Hey, Cub fans, let's go. Your opportunity to register to win the chance to purchase 2015 Cubs postseason tickets for games played at Wrigley Field. Go to Cubs.com/postseason to register and learn more about this postseason ticket purchase opportunity. Cubs will conduct random drawings from among eligible fans who successfully complete the registration form. Marte takes a strike.
John Lester's come out of that dugout ready to go each and every inning. He has retired the leadoff man in all 6 innings now.
Bryce Harper has hit his 38th tonight for the Phillies in their 2-0 lead, or rather for the Nationals in their 2-0 lead at Philadelphia. Right field corner, foul. Steven Strasburg through 6 has given up 1 hit, 1 walk, and has fanned 10.
He had a big strikeout game last time as well.
Marlins are pouring it on at New York, 6-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Toronto's in Atlanta, 2-2 Jays and Braves as they go to the 7th. Cubs' closest pursuer, the Giants, will host the Reds later tonight. John Lamb and Chris Heston, as the Giants will go for their 5th in a row. For a while there, San Francisco was actually closer to its division lead than to the Cubs in the wild card, but they're now 6.5 back of the Cubs, 7.5 behind the Dodgers in the West. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Seven straight retired by Lester.
Good sharp breaking pitch here.
Yeah, we think about sinker ballers commanding the bottom part of the zone and below, but John Lester, cutters and curveballs, that's his bread and butter area. Oh, 0-1 on McCutchen. 2-1.
Oh, my.
He went.
He did, yeah.
Two to McCutchen. It's full. 3-2. Fly ball well hit to right. Bryant goes back on the warning track. He leaps. He made the catch. Chris Bryant, an infielder by trade, with a great leaping catch to get McCutchen. Inning over.
What's going on at Streeter? There's a whole lot of style, technology, and excitement waiting for you at Streeter Lincoln. Great cars from one of the Quad City's most trusted dealers. If you want a luxury car, test drive the new Lincolns at Streeter Lincoln Quad Cities, 520 West Kimberly Road, Davenport.
What are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured. So head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
Get all the latest headlines 3 times every hour so you get the news you need to know, then get on with your day.
5 a.m. to 7 a.m. on MyTV 8-3.
Time now for our WGN Cubs fan cam. Those guys. I recognize some Cub players. You looked good.
I was the better of the two options. My selfie with Kyle.
Bounce to Ramirez. Jackson is out. How about Chris Bryant and Javier Baez both playing solid defense in unfamiliar positions?
Can't do it any better. You saw him retreating, tracking the ball, one peek to find the wall. Well timed. Very nice.
That's a great play. That wall out there, 21 feet high, in honor of the late Hall of Famer Roberto Clemente. The 1-0 to Bryant. bounced foul. Hey, by the way, AC/DC is playing at Wrigley Field tonight.
Are they really?
With Vintage Trouble.
And wasn't the Zach Brown band just there the other night?
They were. Yeah.
I didn't know AC/DC was scheduled to play Wrigley.
Yeah. Well, they're there tonight. You couldn't have made it anyway. If we quieted the crowd down here, we might be able to hear them. They play pretty loud. And Bryant will reach. That'll be an error on Florimone.
Yeah, no help from Michael Morse. Pedro Alvarez, the normal first baseman, has made 19 errors to lead all Major League first basemen by a wide margin. Michael Morse is not known for his defensive prowess either, so he's not able to bail out Florimone. Chris Bryant lucky because he took a turn towards second base and that ball kicked back right back over the bag. Had Morse or anybody else been able to grab that ball before Chris got back and applied a tag, he would have been out. E6 and a chance for Rizzo now.
The Cubs have had a lot of opportunities to get more than the two they have. They're 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Bryant not yet in scoring position. Here's a pitch. It's a strike. Jay Happ, the starter for the Pirates, went 5 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 8 hits. Walked 2, struck out 8.
He's only allowed more than 2 runs on 1 occasion since joining the Pirates. He's made 8 starts in a Pittsburgh uniform.
Yeah, that start was against the Cubs. Ramirez leaves his feet to make the catch. He just robbed Rizzo.
Can't hit it much harder than this, but the applause is for Ramirez, and somebody ought to give some applause to the advanced scout too, because he was perfectly positioned there. Good night down at the hot corner tonight.
Ramos in the twilight of his career. So is A.J. Burnett, who will pitch tomorrow. They're hoping for a deep October run. The Cubs are as well. Right now, these two teams, if the season ended today, would match up in this ballpark in the wild card game. Ground ball back up the middle and over second, and Harrison gets to it, beats Bryant, and the Cubs can't take advantage of the error.
Unleash your refreshing citrus kick. Do the do.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
Experience the good life at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Take a break from the day and enjoy a delicious lunch in our wine cellar restaurant. And enjoy a variety of soups, sandwiches, desserts, all made fresh daily. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Experience the good life today. Goods Furniture, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois.
Be sure to join me this week on Midnight Mausoleum, Friday night for Asylum, and Saturday night for Battle of the Worlds on WQAD, MyTV 8-3.
Unleash your refreshing citrus kick. Do the do.
Back to work in the 7th. And has been on his game yet again tonight. Even controlling the running game.
Yeah, and it's obviously a very important play in this game on multiple levels.
Getting help from his defense. Change up on Ramirez is low and outside. Ramirez 1 for 2 tonight.
He's had allowed one base runner in each of the first 4 innings, but only one, and now he's retired 8 in a row.
Bounce towards center. That is a base hit. Well, Arama's showing he's got something left in the tank. In the end of his career, he's had a good game tonight.
Reaching for this one, but getting on top of it. It's got a little top spin. Some pace as it goes through the middle of the diamond for a leadoff single. So the first leadoff man to reach tonight off of John is Ramirez here in the 7th.
37-year-old Aramis Ramirez in his 18th major league season.
Rizzo giving him grief about his line drive snare.
He was 19 when he debuted in '98. Here's Cervelli. Ball 1. Big crowd now getting into it. On the left center, that's trouble. Cervelli will hold at first. Ball gets through. They're at the corners. Nobody out.
For the first time tonight, the Pirates are 2 base runners in an inning as Ramirez makes his way over to third base. Cubs will play for 2. They'll concede that run.
Now, even though the throw got away, it was key that Fowler kept Cervelli from getting into scoring position. And that does keep the double play in order. Inside on Morse. Pirates overcame a 6-1 deficit on Sunday to beat Milwaukee. They've won 3 in a row. Cubs have dropped, or 4 in a row rather. The Cubs have dropped their last 3. 2 balls, no strikes. Both bullpens quiet at the moment. You can just see it, can't you? David Ross, future manager. He called out to Addison Russell and the whole infield, in fact. But that conversation had nothing to do with Lester. It was more about the infielders and possible throws and who's covering where. Aired it out, foul tipped. 2-1.
Cervelli's not a base stealer. With nobody out, I don't think they'd have anything funky going on here. And then because of the play on Marte earlier, that really checks him a little bit. If that thing had gone haywire on Johnny and airmailed that throw, then all bets are off in this situation.
Just couldn't get it to come back over the corner, and it's 3-1. Rodriguez on deck. Ground ball. Russell the flip. Castro the turn. They get two. No RBI for Morse. The Pirates get a run, but the Cubs will gladly take that exchange. 2-1.
A good defensive play by the Cubs so far in this ball game. Lester gets his ground ball. And Russell starts a 6-4-3 double play. Had to reach for that ball. Really had to work hard to stay down on it. And a good turn by Castro.
So nobody on, 2 outs, and it's Rodriguez. Swung on and missed. Lester into his motion and the 1-1. It's 2-1. Again, he was 3-1 on Morris before getting him to bounce into the double play.
Rodriguez, with his time in the American League, has seen John Lester more than any other Pirate. 8 out of 33 with a home run against him.
And he hits him on a 3-1. Will not be Pedro Florimon. Chong-Ho Gung, the pinch hit. And they love him here in Pittsburgh.
And it's, you know, in September with expanded rosters, it's tougher for the pitching side. In situations like this, you could bring a righty in to face Gung, and it'd be very easy for Hurdle to burn him. Got so many guys on his bench.
We still have not seen action.
That's the other part of it. You don't have anybody up, so you can't count on the move anyway. But even if you were thinking about it, there'd be no guarantee you would get the platoon advantage of right on right. We'll see in a one-run game with Rodriguez at first base if Clint Hurdle nudges him to try to get a little something done with the running game. Young 3 out of 13 as a pinch hitter this year.
Swing and a miss. At a curve.
Maybe a little amped up, got the big ovation, wanted to do something heroic. Came out of his shoes at a breaking ball down below the knees.
Decent lead, nothing outrageous from Rodriguez. And he'll take second. On a wild pitch.
Wild pitch has been a big theme here in recent days, including game one here this afternoon.
Cubs gave up a big run at Philadelphia the other day on a wild pitch. They got 2 to tie it on Joakim Soria's 2 wild pitches, and here Lester lets one get away, and the tying run is in scoring position. Here's a 1-1. This time Ross kept it in front of him.
Interesting that nobody's up in the Cub pen. It just speaks to recent performance and usage of some of the guys out there. Nice play. Good fundamentals. She's no Susie Cool, but she can play.
A 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Lester gets out of the inning as they strand the tying run in scoring position. Sounded like the fans here were chanting Lester, but he has a final say. It's 2-1.
This Chicago baseball game is locally sponsored by OneCorp.
River Valley Turf is the place to shop for John Deere tractors, lawn equipment, and gators. From 115 horsepower John Deere tractors down to residential lawn equipment, they've got you covered. At River Valley Turf, you'll find more equipment at unbeatable prices, and our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right model for you. And we even let you ride and drive your next mower before you buy. River Valley Turf offers at-home maintenance for all of your power equipment for all seasons. We're a full-service dealership, offering pickup and delivery as well as home services. River Valley Turf in Davenport and Silvis.
When your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
I recommend Hanford Insurance in Geneseo, selling nationwide. I see firsthand the inferior parts some insurance companies want to put on your car when it gets wrecked. We make sure you get all new factory parts on your car with the OEM endorsement.
If you want your car fixed with the parts that were made for it,
call Hanford Insurance. And
when your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
Welcome to Pub 1848, where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts, old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where a good time is our tradition.
WQAD News 8 invites you to the Friends of Trinity Style Show, Autumn Enchantment, Friday, September 25th at the Davenport River Center. Proceeds will aid the Trinity College of Nursing and Health Sciences, supported by these sponsors.
8th inning. Caminero has already pitched an inning and a third. This is the 12th time he's gone more than an inning. Nice luxury. Yeah, with his kind of stuff, can go multiple innings. Gung stays in and plays short after hitting for Florimon. And a first pitch strike on Baez.
Yeah, I'm surprised Javi didn't attack that one. This is an interesting matchup. A guy who throws a 99 with Baez and that bat speed. But he's got other things in mind, trying to drop a bunt down with one strike. Now you got to go into battle mode here.
Cubs have left 9 men on base, including the bases loaded in the 5th. They scored 1 in that inning. And it was really set up for them to break the game wide open. Baez strikes out.
Well, have you ever wanted to throw out a pitch at Wrigley Field? Here's your chance. And it's all for a good cause through September 19th. Take part in the fight against cancer by helping raise funds for the Lester, Madden, Mott, and Rizzo Foundations. In support of pediatric cancer research and awareness, the top contributor from each organization will receive 2 tickets to throw out a ceremonial first pitch at the game on September 20th. Cubs.com/letsgogold for details.
Swinging strike on Russell, hitting 7th here in game 2.
I'm sure you were real good.
John Lester's going to come back out in the bottom of the 8th. Still quiet in the bullpen. Back-to-back Ks to start the inning. And before he had trouble in the 7th, I was thinking, this could be the night John Lester could go all 9. His pitch count was in the low to mid 70s through 6. He's now at 93 pitches through 7. And Joe's going to stick with him at least to start the bottom of the 8th with a 1-run lead at minimum. Strike to Ross. For Pirates earlier today in game 1. Cubs leading in a tight one, 2-1 here in the 8th. Chris Davis has homered off Carlos Martinez, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee in the bottom of the 5th. over the Cardinals. He struck him out. Caminero fans aside. Lester back to work in the 8th.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
In the Old West, things were settled the old-fashioned way. A duel, just one-on-one. At Montana Jack's, we believe it should be that way again. Just you and our soon-to-be famous USDA prime meat steaks. Grilled to perfection, served along with our salad bar and potato, just the way you like it. It's time for a showdown. Montana Jack's, 5400 27th Street, Moline.
We hid cameras in 2 different cars, the Chevy Equinox with built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi and the Ford Escape without.
Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip.
Keep your legs down. Tina, put your leg down, please.
Chevrolet is the first and only car company to bring built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi to cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Right now, qualified lessees can get this 2015 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month. Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
Kelly and Michael know how to brew the perfect morning.
What's in here?
A spoonful of laughs, fun, and stir it up with some big surprises. For the perfect morning, just add Kelly and Michael.
We're going to have to drink our way out. Weekday mornings at 9 on WQAD News 8.
Great to have you with us tonight. Cubs baseball on WGN Sports. Our producer, Mark Brady. Our director, Skip Ellison. Keon Dolet-Shahi is our associate producer. Joe Pizzo, our studio coordinator back at WGN. The executive producer of WGN Sports, Bob Vorwald. Cubs trying to hang on, leading by a run late. And Neil Walker will pinch hit for Caminero, who was splendid. 2 1/3, 4 strikeouts. Keep his team close.
Finished off David Ross with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Cubs have struck out 12 times tonight.
Walker, switch hitter, batting right-handed. And he promptly pops it up. Just into the outfield grass, right behind second base. It's Castro. Keep up with the pennant races in true HD quality on MLB.TV Premium. Watch every out-of-market game live on more than 400 supported devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and more. Visit MLB.TV today.
Well, the Cubs are on pace to lead the league in both strikeouts pitching and strikeouts hitting. It will be the 6th time in this century that has happened. 2002 Cubs also did it.
The 0-1 delivery to Harrison is in the dirt.
I guess I should say this century. In over 100 years. 33 Cardinals, 48, 51 Brooklyn Dodgers, 72 Mets, 0-2 Cubs, and the 2015 Cubs.
As I said, I think you and I have seen more strikeouts than any broadcast tandem in baseball. I think that's a pretty easy assertion. At least on television, Pat and Ron have seen the same amount.
By the way, congratulations to Ron Coomer, who will be inducted into the Chicago Sports Hall of Fame tomorrow.
He's going to head back home for that great honor tomorrow night. Well deserved. 2-2 on Harrison. could not help himself. He went after the high one. It's out number 2.
We've talked a lot about John and all the work he does down, and I'm not sure that he intended that pitch to be way up there, but it was effective, and he got going with a high fastball as well.
Marte with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. This has been a big performance from John Lester tonight. They'll give the ball to Jake Arrieta tomorrow. He got 19 wins, putting together an historic second half. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
It's not a given that Arrieta is going to win tomorrow, but it sure feels like it. He's been so dominant.
Who he held. According to Jim Joyce, he did not swing at it. 2-2. I think he did that time too.
Probably data available somewhere, right? Which umpires call that check swing a swing more often than others.
As you
He's
said
got that
earlier,
stash going. Kind of looks like the Lorax.
as you said earlier, you can't appeal to second. Can't pick your umpire if you're the catcher.
Appeal to a higher court.
Swing and a miss. John Lester with a 2-1 lead through 8. Is he done for the night? That is a question. He's due up to lead off the ninth.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
We hid cameras in 2 different cars, a Chevy Equinox with built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi and the Ford Escape without.
Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip.
Keep your legs down. Athena, put your leg down, please.
Chevrolet is the first and only car company to bring built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi to cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Right now, qualified lessees can get this 2015 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month. Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
In the Old West, things were settled the old-fashioned way. A duel, just one-on-one. At Montana Jack's, we believe it should be that way again. Just you and our soon-to-be famous USDA prime meat steaks. Grilled to perfection, served along with our salad bar and potato, just the way you like it. It's time for a showdown. Montana Jack's, 5400 27th Street, Moline.
Hey, what are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal, famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured, so head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Well, John Lester will lead it off. Antonio Bastardo, a left-hander, will pitch here in the ninth. I like this move. Joe is going to give John a chance to finish this game. He got also close against Cleveland recently, went 8 2/3. He was not labored very much tonight. With recent bullpen issues, I think Joe would like to see him finish it.
Looks like Rondon is up throwing in the bullpen. So that's the trade-off. You could hit for Lester here and enhance your chances of scoring an add-on run. But obviously he likes what he has seen, the way Lester has gone about it here tonight. Feels confident that he can finish the Pirates off in the bottom half of the inning. Stardo, a Pennsylvania kind of guy. Long run with the Phillies. Now his first year in a Pirate uniform.
The 0-1. Hit foul off of third. 2 strikes on John. So this is the third time in his 29 starts he's completed 8 innings. Two and two. McCutchen, Ramirez, and Cervelli are the scheduled hitters in the bottom of the ninth. They have 4 of the 5 Pirate hits in this game. I think the math will be pretty easy, JD, especially if it's a 1-run game. If John can get them 1, 2, 3, he'll have a chance to finish. If he doesn't, he won't.
Yeah, I would say.
Right.
But one, McCutchen gets on base, and then the running game is in play. And I don't think Joe would leave him out there to put the go-ahead run on base.
Strike 3 called.
There are probably more arguments to be made for hitting for John there and going with Rondon. But the manager has the pulse of his team. Maybe he's seeing something from Lester tonight that's a difference maker. We've talked about the issues with the bullpen, the struggles they've had. We talk a lot about Joe and his grid of outcomes. He might not like what he sees. Rondon, McCutchen.
Swing and a miss by Fowler.
And that's not just based on their history. It's based on what kind of pitches McCutchen handles and what kind of pitches Rondon throws.
Hey! Coming back in. Go get it, Basardo.
Kick, the 1-1. Well, 2 balls and a strike. Two and two. Bounce to third. Ramirez has it. It's a play he's been making in his sleep the past almost 2 decades at this level. 2 outs. Now Jackson, 2 outs, nobody on. Cubs runs. Anthony Rizzo with an RBI single in the first. That scored Jackson. Fowler an RBI double in the 5th, pushing home David Ross. Pirates run came on a double play ball. Aramis Ramirez scored on the 6-4-3 off the bat of Michael Morse in the 7th. That's been it. Long day at the ballpark. Cubs hoping for a split. Weather's been great. Your analysis has been spot on and consistent throughout.
As tight as ever. How about a first home run in a Cub uniform? That begging? Oh my goodness.
You kind of formed it as a question, so no, I don't think he was begging.
Bastardo's a fly ball guy. If Jackson can get out in front of one of those elevated heaters.
I would call it a lazy prediction. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I didn't want to go all in.
You didn't commit.
Yeah. Didn't really push my chips into the middle of the table there.
If he hits it, you can claim it. But if he does it, you can say, well,
yeah. I was just checking my bet.
Started with Jay Happ, and then Archimedes Caminero and Antonio Bastardo.
Bastardo kind of Happ-like with that elevated fastball, though Happ has changed his game a little bit more. That slider that Happ threw tonight was really good. And he threw some two-seamers down in the zone as well.
Pulled. Ramirez leaves his feet again. 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the ninth.
Wild Rose Casino. Small town friendly. Big city wild. Emmitsburg, Clinton, and coming soon to Jefferson, Iowa.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Corvins Insurance.
It's spa season, and QCA Pools and Spas is clearing out their warehouse this Thursday through Sunday with savings up to 40%. You can choose from over 30 spas under the big tent across the street from our store. Spas starting as low as $16.95. Get our 6-person Marcel Lounger Spa or our 7-person non-lounger Sienna Spa with dual waterfalls, stainless steel jets, and LED lights. Your choice, only $59.99. Infrared saunas are starting at $14.99. 6 months same as cash with approved credit. Don't miss the factory spa clearance, September 17th through the 20th, across from QCA Pools and Spas in Bettendorf.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Help control the overpopulation of cats.
Do your part.
Do your part.
Spay or neuter your cats today.
Visit Quad City Animal Welfare Center in Milan, offering a low-cost spay and neuter program. Do your part and spay or neuter your cat today.
Cub fan is into it. That looks like Jim Joyce.
Got a little of the.
He was into it. Now he's tired.
Tinker to Evers to Chance look, doesn't he? He got that old school look going.
But here we go. It'll be John Lester against Andrew McCutchen in the 9th inning. 4th time they've battled here. McCutchen singled, stole a base in the 1st, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Chris Bryant robbed him of extra bases on a leaping grab at the wall and right in the 6th. 2-1 Cubs in the 9th. A chopper not hit very hard. Russell will charge. The throw to first. 1 out.
Great start. Boy, McCutchen's been attacking early both these games. A lot of first pitch swinging from McCutchen. That was huge.
Ramirez, 2 hits and the only Pirates run. If he gets on, no doubt he'll be lifted for a pinch runner as that tying run.
Pirates are 21-5 in 1-run games here in their home ballpark.
He swings at the first one. Fowler in center. 2 gone.
How about that?
Pirates have won 12 in a row in 1-run home games, including earlier today. It was on the line here. It's Jake Arrieta watching and hoping his teammate can finish him off. Lester with 11 career complete games.
1 last year, none this. Strike 1.
Had a pretty good idea Cervelli would take it. One ball, 1 strike. Paid crowd here for the nightcap, 25,914. And Cervelli did it to himself this time.
One error in the ball game committed by the Pirates by Florimone. It did not factor into the scoring. The Cubs have made 3 or 4 really good defensive plays here this evening. But it has been John Lester's show. Big guy said, all right, boys, I got you covered. Hop on my back. See if I can get 27 outs for you.
Here comes a 1-2. Called strike 3. Cubs win. Cubs win. Oh, baby, what a gem by John Lester as he finishes them off, and that might have been his best inning of the night.
7 in a row to finish the ball game. First complete game. The huge play in the game, the double play off the bat of Michael Morse with 1st and 3rd in the 7th. The Pirates scored on the play, but that was a very dangerous inning. The damage minimized, and then Lester took it to the house. On the outside corner at the bottom of the knees, a perfect pitcher's pitch.
The Cubs' magic number for clinching a playoff spot down to a dozen. 18 games to go. And you'd have to say John Lester in his best start as a Cub. You like that it comes here in mid-September against a team you're chasing.
Well, you know, I think there have been starts where he's been more dominant with the strikeout pitch, but this was a gutsy performance here tonight. And I tell you, the other guy who was gutsy was Joe Madden, because the easy play there is to hit for Lester in the top half of the 9th and use Rondon in the bottom. But as we've said many times with Joe, he plays by his own set of rules.
Well, you said it earlier today. kind of going into this week, you'd obviously like to win 3 out of 4 if you can, and the Cubs have an opportunity. At the very least, a split, and you've got Jake Arrieta going tomorrow, Kyle Hendricks on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, anytime you have Arrieta going to the mound, you feel like you have a favorable pitching matchup. So, you know, if you can get that one, then go into the finale of the series with Hendricks and perhaps get, 3 out of 4. First things first, got to win tomorrow.
And we will wrap it up from Pittsburgh. 2-1 Cubs, your final.
QC Family Entertainment is the perfect place for your next office meeting or party. With our 3 party rooms, we can accommodate your needs while having fun bowling, playing laser tag, and games. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Hey, what are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured. So head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
When your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
I recommend Hanford Insurance in Geneseo, selling nationwide. I see firsthand the inferior parts some insurance companies want to put on your car when it gets wrecked.
We make sure you get all new factory parts on your car with the OEM endorsement.
If you want your car fixed with the parts that were made for it,
call Hanford Insurance. And
when your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
Buy more, save more. This Labor Day, appliance and TV. Get up to $300 in instant savings on all the hottest brands. Buy 1 appliance, get $50. Buy 2, get $100. Buy 3, get $150. Buy 4, get $200. Buy 5, get $250. Buy 6 and get $300. Get additional savings on tons of kitchen packages. Plus, Grant's instant $300 savings. Stop by your Grant showroom in Davenport on East 53rd Street. Grant Appliance and TV. You make it home, we make it grand.
When looking for food and fun, stop by Frankie's at QC Family Entertainment. You can take a seat at the bar or grab a table and enjoy delicious food from sandwiches, pizzas, appetizers, and more. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
When severe weather threatens our homes and families.
Oh my, look at that.
This is what they're looking at right there.
Right now, I believe we are right under that cell. A confirmed tornado in DeWitt.
WQAD's Storm Track 8 team will be here with you.
We had a confirmed tornado that was located near Fulton.
Like a wall of rain came through, and that was when the wind really got intense.
Tracking the danger until it's gone. Each time, every time. Hard work, determination. That's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Chicago Cubs baseball has been brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Subway, make a smart play for savory subs this season. Score more flavor at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. TrustedChoice.com for all your insurance needs. Honda, start something special with a great deal on a Honda now at your Honda dealer. And by Budweiser, still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Our next WGN telecast of Cubs baseball will be Thursday morning, 11:30 Central Time, when the Cubs and Pirates wrap up this 4-game series. Once again, our final score tonight, the Cubs behind John Lester 2, the Pirates 1. Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN has been brought to you by Xfinity Sports. Now for JD and our entire crew in Pittsburgh, Len Kemper inviting you to stay tuned. The WGN News is next.
Wild Rose Casino. Small town friendly. Big city wild. Emmitsburg, Clinton, and coming soon to Jefferson, Iowa.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing, best V8 horsepower, and has Motor Trend's 2015 Truck of the Year?
Ram.
Chevy.
What do you think?
A Ford.
Oh.
Here's the answer. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
Chevy.
It's Truck Month. Now qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus find your bonus tag and get $4,000 cash allowance on select Silverado 1500 crew cabs in stock. Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
There's just something about a horse. At New Kingdom Trail Riders, our team of volunteers and horses show children and adults with disabilities, as well as military veterans, how therapeutic horseback riding can enhance physical, emotional, social skills, and more. Enroll now and start enjoying the benefits of horseback riding. For more information, call or go to nkriders.org.
Dr. Phil, weekdays at 9 a.m. on MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716. News 8 at 5 starts now.
Oh, good evening. I'm Jim Mertens.
And I'm Denise Hanitka. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is a relief for neighbors living just north of downtown Davenport.
Police say crime steadily going down now that a problem business is closed, and News 8's Caroline Reinwald shows us the difference in a matter of months.
You can sit out here and enjoy the traffic, just enjoy the traffic go past.
Neighbors near 12th and Brady say life is quieter now with one business out of the picture.
It's very peaceful out here. I could sit out here and enjoy myself without all the crime and all the shooting and all the violence. And it's very peaceful without that store there.
The building that used to be the Brady Street Speedy Shop now boarded up and closed for good. Open 24 hours, police and neighbors say the business became a hangout that would attract crime.
People would stay out there constantly all day at 8 o'clock in the morning. People would be sitting out there, and all throughout the night there was a pretty high traffic area.
It was a lot of shooting, and every time somebody get in a fight, we used to have to run our kids in the house.
Davenport police say they've already seen a small change in the area. Between June and September this year, since Speedy Shop closed, Davenport police have responded to 62 shots fired calls in a 2-mile radius of the store, compared to the 72 calls they responded to in the same area this time last year. A small difference that people around the area notice.
Students that live in this area, they definitely say that they feel more comfortable being able to walk around.
We were scared for our kids to be out here, but now we enjoy it. Sit under our little shade tree and just enjoy it now.
In Davenport, Caroline Reinwald, WQAD News 8.
Davenport police are fighting an increase in shots fired calls this year. We've been telling you about that. It's been happening in the city overall, and so far they've already responded to more shooting calls this year than in all of last year. And just this week, Davenport police made an arrest in a deadly shooting on Brady Street. 18-year-old Juan Johnson from Rock Island, now charged with first-degree murder. Happened back on September 2nd near 31st and Brady. The victim was a man from Quincy.
A Davenport man's been sentenced to 20 years for robbing a credit union last year. 43-year-old Adrian Lomas robbed the family credit union on Jersey Ridge Road last year. Lomas used a fake gun during the robbery and put the money in a backpack carried by a teenager with him at the time. Lomas was convicted back in May. He's also been ordered to pay more than $3,300 in restitution.
We're just a couple days away from the official start of autumn. I don't care. Summertime temperatures are just beautiful right now.
You still feel like you're at the beach, don't you?
Well, that's true, too. I am. I spent the morning raking. But, yeah, I've got a little bit of a beach thing going on right now.
Oh, my gosh. Mr. Hawaiian Tropic has rejoined us.
We're going to hear more about that for the rest of the evening. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Yeah, good to be back.
The emotions are flowing. And what a good-looking day it was out there, as we had a good deal of sunshine. The air was nice and dry. Temperatures easily made their way back in the 80s, got as high as 85 degrees in the Quad Cities. But with the dew point so low, it felt very comfortable out there. Still got a little breeze going to be taking place to lead to a very rather mild night out there for the next couple of nights. I'm back from vacation too, Jimmy. As far as dressing, well, you know, you can still dress light right through Thursday before that next chance of wet weather arrives. And it still is in the forecast. We'll tell you when it will arrive, how long it's going to last, coming up in just a little bit. Jim?
All right, thank you, James. A foreclosure sale represents the best of times and worst of times for local hotels. American Bank and Trust will operate Ramada Inn in Bettendorf while it searches for a new owner. News 8's John David takes a look at the changing hotel market.
$140,000, $500.
This is the regular sheriff's sale at the Scott County Courthouse.
$174,500 or $175,000?
$180,500. Sometimes foreclosed properties produce a bidding war.
3020 Utica Ridge Road, Bettendorf.
But not this time. American Bank and Trust is a lone bidder.
$2,900,000.
Buying Bettendorf's Ramada Inn for $2.9 million.
What that could become is yet unknown, but yeah, we'd like to see it redeveloped.
It's part of a challenged corridor on Utica Ridge Road. The once iconic Lodge Hotel remains closed for a pending sale and redevelopment. About a half dozen local developers see potential here.
I think there's an opportunity there that it will be transformed. It will become something different than it is now.
Change is an ongoing theme in the hotel industry. The Quad City area has more than 6,000 hotel rooms. That's up 50% over the last 25 years. New hotels, like the Hilton Garden Inn, grab attention.
That translates into growth, it translates into property taxes, sales taxes, hotel-motel taxes, which are good for us here at the city.
Older properties like this former Holiday Inn and Clarion can lose its branding, now operating independently as Hotel Davenport.
Those hotels that are quick and nimble and adapt and reinvest in themselves are likely to be the more successful.
Quad City Hotels topped $100 million in revenue for the first time in 2014. New additions, like the Holiday Inn and Suites, make it tougher for older properties. It's just business.
I think we're simply seeing a process of breathing out some old and breathing in some new.
46,201.
Change that sometimes leads to the auction block. John David, WQAD News 8.
Thank you, JD. Even with an occupancy rate slightly below the national average, Joe Taylor says there could be more hotels to come to the Quad Cities, which could be tough for an older property like the Ramada Inn in Bettendorf.
Well, time appears to have run out for Moline's historic train depot. There's a new setback for the group trying to save the building. The building's in the way of the new I-74 bridge, and originally, IDOT agreed to pay more than $1 million to help relocate it. But those plans have now changed, and IDOT is planning to tear it down come April.
It is a historic landmark. They are mandated by federal law to mediate any adverse effect. Demolition is effect. Reminding them that they really.
Well, coming up tonight on News 8, we'll have some new information on the Commission's plans for relocation and what they could do with the money raised if those plans fall through.
And a shuttered East Moline nursing home is causing big headaches, that is, for that city, and taxpayers will end up picking up the tab. Forest Hill abruptly closing in November of 2013. The Chicago owner of the facility the doors, clearing out the residents. Well, East Moline recently got a court order to secure the building, clean up a water main break, and found a mess of medical records and black mold inside. East Moline Mayor John Thodo says it has cost the city about $10,000 in cleanup costs so far, and he's trying to get the state and federal government to help.
I've gotten no results, and the concern is, as this continues to sit vacant, the mold will get worse. The ceilings will begin falling in. I will have a health hazard here for all of our neighbors. We will have varmints. We will have all sorts of stuff.
Taxes on the property are being paid by tax dollars from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. HUD backed the loan for the owner, whose name was Michael Lerner.
A new survey shows people in the Quad Cities need to take better care of their health. The 2015 Community Health Assessment included a phone survey of about 900 people in Scott and Rock Island counties. The survey shows people are neglecting nutrition and need more exercise, but on the plus side, more children are visiting the dentist regularly and fewer adults are smoking.
Well, certainly it's always difficult to know exactly why trends change at the community level, but we have had several local community initiatives that have focused on, for example, tobacco prevention and education, and so we believe certainly that's part of the reason why we've seen smoking rates decline over time.
The study is a follow-up to similar surveys taken since 2002. A group of moms in Iowa wants to hear how the presidential candidates feel about medical marijuana. Iowans for Medical Cannabis released 4 questions they want every candidate to answer about their plans to help people get access to medical pot. Group members plan to hand-deliver those questions to the candidates as they make their stops through the state. Iowans do not have access to medical marijuana legally.
Wells Fargo Bank has announced a major new initiative to help increase wealth in the Hispanic community. The bank promising $125 billion in loans to Hispanic homebuyers. The project, a partnership with the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. The group says the Hispanic community was hit particularly hard by the recession and hasn't rebounded as well as.
We think it's a great opportunity. Home ownership provides stability in neighborhoods, provides economic growth, and obviously makes sure that families are able to be successful over the long haul.
Wells Fargo also plans to hire more Hispanic home mortgage consultants and raise $10 million to support financial education and counseling.
Iowa's Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds says the state will step up to help ease a growing international refugee crisis. Hundreds of thousands of refugees from Syria and Afghanistan are trying desperately to escape war in their homelands and try to get to Europe. Most refugees are looking for safe shelter in Austria, but President Obama wants to take in at least 10,000 refugees from Syria in the next year, and Reynolds says Iowa's ready to help.
You know, Iowa, I think, is known for being welcoming for refugees, and we would hope that they would keep the communication open and transparent and have us be more of a partner in that.
Iowa has a history of welcoming refugees. In 1975, the Thai Dam people sought refuge in the U.S. because of a civil war in Laos. Former Governor Robert Ray and the state were the only ones to respond.
Illinois' pumpkin yield appears to be down this year, according to a large canned pumpkin manufacturer. Officials at Libby's in Morton, Illinois, say this year's pumpkin yield could be off as much as a third. Weather could also reduce yields. The harvest, already underway right now, runs through October or early November. According to the University of Illinois, 90% of pumpkins grown in the United States are raised in central Illinois. Still ahead, a passionate pastor.
How a local man is turning tragedy into triumph, helping people in need with his House of Hope.
And it looks like we got a couple more days of this late summer weather before it eventually turns back to more fall. We'll tell you when that transition is going to be taking place. Coming up right after the break here on News 8 at 5.
You're watching WQAD News 8 at 5 with Jim Mertens and Denise Hanitka.
Want your skin to look 10 years younger? Well, now you can smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles instantly with Derm Exclusive's Fill and Freeze.
I put the Fill and Freeze on, and before my very eyes, the lines disappear.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, and I finally found it with the powerful 4-peptide combination in Derm Exclusive's Fill and Freeze. When you try Derm Exclusive Fill and Freeze, you will see your own amazing results.
Now it's your turn to see your own instant results with Fill and Freeze and pay only $39.95. Order now and you'll receive a second bottle of Fill and Freeze free. Dr. Orden will even include $200 in bonuses absolutely free. Order now and get the complete Derm Exclusive system for only $39.95. Call 1-800-632-5603 or go to getderm.com. Order now.
Whoa. Oh, this mattress is unbelievable.
And these prices are unbelievably low. You can believe it.
This happens every day at Factory Direct Mattress.
At 5401 North Brady Street in Davenport.
You know, we've been here 3 hours and they haven't asked us to leave yet.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not moving.
I'm not going.
We're buying these things?
Dang straight.
Factory Direct Mattress. Quality mattresses at unbelievably low prices.
It's unbelievable!
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
The automotive brand that more people search, buy, and buy again is Ford. Most search because Ford has the technology and efficiency people want. Best-selling 5 years in a row because Ford vehicles are a great value. And most loyal because they're worth coming back to. That's because cars like Ford Fusion have great efficiency, performance, and styling. Ford, the brand more people search, buy, and buy again. Now get a Ford Fusion with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash.
Chief Meteorologist James Sahara and Storm Track 8 Weather. Sponsored by Sherry D's Auto Sales.
Your chances of hitting a deer on the road appear to be rising right now. State Farm Insurance, I don't know if you knew this, it ranks Iowa third in the country for most car deer collisions. It's usually right up there. I mean, Iowa's always up, but now it's worse than ever. It's up 13% over last year. To help combat the rise in those numbers, some Iowans are using urban bow hunting programs, much like we've seen in Bettendorf, Davenport, Rock Island. Illinois, by the way, ranks 33rd in the country in car deer collisions.
Or just don't drive at night.
Night, day, anytime. They are out, especially when you get closer to Thanksgiving. They're out everywhere.
Really a big challenge on that. Fortunately, weather has been pretty quiet out there. Like to see that. Welcome back again, Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks.
Woo! Get excited.
Too excited. Man, hold him back, Denise. Hold him back. Take a look at the temperatures. Still in the 80s out there. No surprise with the air. It's still nice and dry. Very comfortable. But we'll expect these numbers to slowly cool off as we make our way through the evening hours. But outdoor plans looking pretty good out there. No major changes locally, but we are seeing some activity off to our west. Pretty quiet off to the east. What's going on here is we got some pressure systems that are pretty close together. We got the ridge out here in the east close by. We've got that trough of low pressure out to the west. So it's kind of the battle between the pressure systems here that's producing some of that wind that's going on. What we call a tight pressure gradient. Anytime we see the change in pressure with distance shortened, that means we've got some wind out there. And that's what's going to be taking place not only as we head into tomorrow, but at least for the next couple of days, because these pressure systems that we see from coast to coast are not expected to move very quickly as we go through these next couple of days. So that's why we'll continue with that breeze. But fortunately, with that breeze coming more out of the south and west, it's going to be a warm one. So that's where we keep that warm weather going. Not much as far as any changes in our skies. As we take a look at our future tracks starting at 7 o'clock this evening, overnight into 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Going to be a good looking day out there. The flow continues out of the south and west. Looks like a good ample amount of sunshine, maybe a touch more humidity. That's the only real change I see in our forecast, as we'll keep it warm and keep those winds fairly breezy the south-southwest. Check out your hometown. Numbers around the low 80s, the exception around Muscatine, home of the Muskies, 86 for the daytime high. Sterling Rock Falls, Clayton, Maquoketa, around 84 for the daytime high. Princeton, Kewanee as well. Galesburg, I like 85 for your high. Go about 86 degrees in Mount Pleasant and Burlington. And in the immediate Quad Cities, we'll go 1 degree warmer from our high of today with a temperature of 86 degrees. So a nice late summer day. Again, humidity shouldn't be all too bad out there, so that will be some good news. And I really don't expect to see much of a change in that as we head into our, I would say, our Thursday when it comes to our temperatures. But by Thursday night, that's when we start bringing in back our next chance of wet weather. Here it is around Thursday at 9 p.m. And there's a nice little line that will be making its way through here. Compliments of a boundary that will have an area of low pressure on the tail end of it. And it looks like as far as rainfall potential, we see, at least for now, not too bad. About a quarter, maybe about a half an inch. I'll be rolling on through here. Should be ending sometime, I would say, before sunrise as we make our way into, I would say, into our Friday morning. And then as the system moves away, we should be getting a break going into 9 a.m. and then going into the, I would say, most of the afternoon, I would say. But by the time we get to about maybe Friday night, that area of low pressure is going to gather some moisture with it, make its way across a Tuesday, and bring us our next round of rainfall by around Friday night. Not the greatest timing. We got Friday night football going on, but this is Tuesday, so the timing may change as far as possibly coming in a little bit later, but indications are that we could be seeing maybe 1 inch or more of rainfall from this wave that'll be moving on Saturday. 2 chances of wet weather rolling in coming weekend. For tonight then, fair skies, a mild night will be. Low will drop down around 64, and then still looks like a mostly sunny day. Still looks like a breezy day. Daytime high 80. 80s, 87 on Thursday. Then we'll start bringing back more of that fall-like weather. I think starting on Friday as the system moves in and pushes its way off to the east. Looks like daytime highs will be notable in the low to mid 70s. May get a little bump heading into early next week, but yeah, we got some changes on the way. At least we need a little rain out there.
Yeah,
so timing, at least not for the upcoming weekend.
All right, thanks, James. Well, at least a dozen wildfires continue to burn out of control in California today. Now it's turned deadly as a 72-year-old woman was killed because she was unable to escape from her burning home. 13,000 firefighters are now on the front lines there. Nearly 600 homes in Middletown, California alone have been destroyed, and 9,000 more homes are being threatened right now.
That's so sad. Still ahead, the House of Hope.
We'll meet a local pastor who's dedicated his life to helping others, how his own tragic turning point led him to his calling.
And Million Father March, how local schools are working to get more men to take on bigger roles in their children's education.
Did you know we protect consumers from unnecessary codes and restrictions to maintain affordable homeownership and property rights? Looking out for you, the Quad City Area Realtor Association, along with the Quad City Builders and Remodelers Association.
Imagine having over 14 children per year. One unspayed cat can produce over 10,000 kittens in 7 years.
Help control the overpopulation of cats.
Do your part.
Do your part.
Do your part.
Spay or neuter your cats today.
Visit Quad City Animal Welfare Center in Milan, offering a low-cost spay and neuter program, as well as a great selection of cats and kittens waiting for their forever home. Adopt one today.
Yup, it's all about the Washingtons. Look what your $3 gets you, baby. Loads of flavor and meat. Well, don't you have good taste?
Get the taste you love for just $3 with the delicious Mushroom Swiss, piled with irresistible Swiss cheese and tasty mushroom sauce. Also grab the Fry Lovers Burger with our famous seasoned fries. Get this epic deal while it lasts. Mix or match, 2 for just $3. Checkers and Rallies.
Epic meals, epic deals.
Allmakes Office Furniture Showroom in Moline is the place for great deals on Hahn office furniture. Take a walk through our 72,000 square foot showroom and find that perfect desk, chair, or cabinet from Hahn to furnish your business or home office.
The service after the sale is also important to us, and they're always there for us.
It's so easy to work with, and they offer both, as you see in this office, new and used.
Stop by today and view our huge selection of new and used Hahn furniture.
Sheriff's office.
Deputy, come quick. My bathroom is so ugly. It just has to be legal.
Now you just sit tight, ma'am. Help is on the way. Sarah, get me bath fitter. This way, man! Fast, easy, and affordable. Bath Fitter can transform your crime scene of a bathroom into one that you'll be proud of for years to come. This case is closed. We nipped it in the bud. Call Bath Fitter today.
We hid cameras in 2 different cars, the Chevy Equinox with built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi and the Ford Escape without.
Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip.
Keep your legs down. Tina, put your leg down, please.
Chevrolet is the first and only car company to bring built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi to cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Right now, qualified lessees can get this 2015 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month. Visit your select Chevy dealers today.
Did you know our members have opportunities for advanced education, bringing value to each consumer in building, remodeling, and purchasing, selling a home? Looking out for you, the Quad City Area Realtor Association, along with the Quad Cities Builders and Remodelers Association.
Welcome back. He quit his job to help those in need without asking for anything in return. Tonight, WQAD and Genesis continues to honor our area's unsung heroes with the Jefferson Awards. News 8's Angie Sharp introduces us to our third nominee, a pastor honoring his son by giving others hope.
Off the busy streets of West Davenport, there's a place of peace, a house of hope.
We need hope. Let's offer these guys and gals on the street hope.
It's named after Timothy, Jim Swope's son.
I tell people I got 3 kids. I got 2 on earth and 1 in heaven, all right? Timothy's in heaven.
Timothy was born handicapped and passed away from pneumonia when he was 22 years old.
How long you been here?
It was a turning point for this pastor, and just a few years later, he heard his calling.
I worked 33 years.
And then he quit.
Well, yeah, to the world, that's crazy. I use the analogy, you may think I'm a nut, but I'm screwed on the right bolt. Yeah, I ain't got no place to sit.
From a full-time worker at Purina to a full-time pastor, Jim dedicated his time to helping the hungry, the hurting, and the homeless.
There you go.
At Timothy's House of Hope, his team serves up to 5,000 meals a month, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also offer haircuts, clothing, a food pantry, addiction classes, and church on the street, this street.
We don't need another painting on the wall or a padded pew. Let's make a difference in the community, in people's lives.
He just loves people. You know, he cares for others.
It's why Sue Hutchison is nominating Pastor Jim for the Jefferson Award.
I didn't think about it twice. He come to my mind instantly.
So I'm honored to even be considered for this award, but I really don't feel like I've done anything that we shouldn't be doing every day anyway.
Jim's everyday efforts even reach across the world to Africa, where he sponsored a child from an orphanage.
Whose name did we draw out of the hat? But Hope.
Hope is surrounded by signatures, scriptures, and messages from those who've been touched by this building of new beginnings. And in the beginning, this one was the first.
When I did open it, and this lady that we met on the streets, Phyllis Hodges, came in and she drew the beautiful picture up there on the wall of little Timmy. In honor of him, hey, that's where he comes in and links up with his dad in this ministry. Timothy's House of Hope. But here I am.
Here to help and to hope. Pastor Jim Swope, our third Jefferson Award nominee. Angie Sharp, WQAD News 8.
Timothy's House of Hope is always looking for donations and volunteers. And to learn more or to nominate an unsung hero for the Jefferson Award, go to WQAD.com and type Jefferson Awards in the search box.
The Rock Island School District is recruiting dads to get more involved. The district celebrated its Million Father March today at Washington Junior High. Dads, uncles, and grandfathers all came out to the school to have some breakfast and to learn about their role in a child's education.
It is important for them to be active and that their presence allows for students, allows for young people to be successful later on in life.
That march first started in Chicago back in 2004.
Still ahead, the Supreme Leader has arrived.
Why everyone wants to take a picture with this Illinois college student coming up.
Ow! Oh my.
Wow.
You look amazing. I love your new look.
So tell us, where did you go?
The Hair Society, of course.
Of course.
The Hair Society, where society meets. Bettendorf, Iowa.
At Midwest Complete Construction, we build relationships one home at a time. As homeowners in the community, we're the contractor you can trust today and for years to come. From concept to completion, keeping with your vision and budget, Midwest Complete Construction has the ability and know-how for any exterior project you may have. From roofing and siding to replacement doors, windows, and gutters, we have you covered. All completed in a timely manner. Visit MWComplete.com or call for a free quote today. Midwest Complete Construction, building relationships one home at a time.
Smart buying decisions are made at Majeski Motors. At Majeski Motors, we've got over 180 vehicles in stock and over 20 brands to choose from. Get pre-approved with an online credit app at MajeskiMotors.com. Search over 180 vehicles online with over 20 brands to choose from. And at Majeski Motors, your satisfaction is our #1 goal. We invite you to stop in today. Majeski Motors in Sterling, Illinois, and MajeskiMotors.com. Your smart choice for pre-owned vehicles.
The selection and savings is always worth their short drive to D&E Furniture in Sterling, where you can shop the largest furniture store in Northern Illinois. Known locally for our huge selection and great prices on famous name brands, our low pressure and knowledgeable sales staff make you feel at home while you shop. Best of all, we keep most items in stock so you can take it home with you or schedule it for fast delivery. D&E Furniture, family owned since 1957 in downtown Sterling.
Live radar when you need it. Download the Storm Track 8 weather app today.
Well, finally tonight, apparently Kim Jong-un is a big hit on the University of Illinois campus.
Take a look. It's not an actual Kim Jong-un, but he sure kind of looks like him, though. Apparently, a student in Champaign, nobody knows his real name, so they just call him Supreme Leader.
Okay.
I was always trying to get kids to call me that in college. It never worked. Anyhow, students say
something else,
he doesn't talk at all, but he likes to hang out and take selfies with everyone. Some believe he's Kim Jong-un's nephew. Others say he used to do commercials in Korea. I just say he's got a great idea. Just don't say anything. And who's to say he's not?
I bet you he does love the attention.
Yeah, he looks like it in that picture. Move along.
As we move on, yes. I want to thank Jim for bringing all this nice, warm, dry weather.
Yeah, it was no problem.
Yeah,
it really wasn't no problem.
Appreciate it. Free of charge, too, I believe, too.
You'll find out soon enough.
You'll be getting my bill.
Yeah, no kidding. It's going to come. Very mild evening out there. Fairly nice and dry. We'll see these numbers drop just above that 70-degree mark by the time we get to News 8 at 10, and then cooling off even more. Likely around those low, mid-60s that we're looking at. Kind of iffy. You want to turn on the AC tonight or so. Of course, during the day, these next couple of days, it's going to be warm enough. You make sure that you keep that on until we get to the end of the weekend when things get a lot cooler.
Yeah, already filled more than a bag of leaves in the front yard alone today.
One of 83 to go.
Oh my gosh, I mean, the gutters are full. It's just all coming down because it's just so dry out there right now.
Right. There's a lot of leaves falling here and there, that's for sure.
Get some rain.
That will really drop the leaves, Jim. That will give you some work to do.
Later on this week, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching News 8 at 5. World News up next.